Mic check, mic check. Turn that up a little bit. Mic check. Turn that down a little bit. And the beautiful people said, let there be. Real quick, though, we got another beautiful addition to the pod, man. First things first, at the top of the show, you know I got to give my sponsors their love. Bomb Body Collections, I see you. SCA Cleaning Services, I see you. TG Magical Creations, I see you. Stone Dar and the Minx, I see you. Wiseman Security and Staffing, I see you. All Things 805, I see you. Hanging with the Carters, I see you. CTC Radio, I see you. Lord Sanctus, what's good? And honorary shout out. Big shout out to Mambo for putting me on, and big shout out to Sounds Good Garage. Sounds Good Garage. What's up, Miguel? I see you, man. Last but not least, Young Boss Life Clothing. If you find yourself in a position to put other people in a position to make them some money, then you need to dress like it. Get you a hat, some slides, a hoodie, YBL Clothing _ on IG. Go check it out. In the great words of my dog, Big Mike. In the great words of my dog, Big Mike from Straight Legs No Chase, buy a shirt. And some of my sponsors don't sell shirts, but they sell merch. So damn it, buy some merch. We got brand new music by the homie, Phyllis Driller, aka Zombie, out of 7 Records. This track right here is called Hold on. I know what it's called. Going Crazy. And we going crazy. Got a very special guest in the house tonight. This dude is a big supporter of mine. And he's a huge supporter of that bike life. Used to be a Goonie, you know what I'm saying? Bixie Crew, what's good? You know what I'm saying? I see y'all little motherfuckers hogging up the streets and shit. You know what I'm saying? 805 Cronies, what's good? And you know what? Another honorary shout out. Shout out to the Los Amigos show, man. What's up with y'all? I love y'all. We need to get y'all up over here. Big supporter of mine. I see him at every show. One of my shows that he was at a lot, everybody knows about. Realquicctho's Burnt Out show. We didn't burn out. It's just in hibernation right now. Man, I need y'all to make some noise for my homeboy. You see he got the angel hat on. 714, Time in the Flow. Man, make some noise for my dog, Papa Luna. That bike life, man. That bike life. Hey, whoever stole my Haro, if you watching, I need that fade, man. Yep. Them Haros ain't cheap.
After this episode, though, too, I guarantee, watch, they'll put it out there. Hey, where's homie's Haro at?
Where's my, man, this happened in the Juice. This happened in Juice County. They done took my Haro.
For myself, I think we can account for about 5 people.
Pull the mic a little closer to you.
There was about five bikes that I can account for, where, you know, they posted it real quick. Hey, my son's bike was stolen. There's 5 of them. We recovered them within like hours, bro.
Good.
Within hours. Actually, one of them, right? We found, over here. But it's awesome. Bike Life 805. Yes, sir.
They took it in wagon wheel. They be still, man. Actually, I couldn't put it past, because they tried, whoever it was, tried to steal my motorcycle. Punk ass bastards.
Yeah. Well, I think there's certain areas in the 805 that that are developing that draw a certain crowd. You know, they try to go in there and just, but it's a nice area.
Wherever it's nice at, they stealing.
Yeah.
People go to it don't make sense to, you don't go to the hood and steal. Yeah, I mean, people still do it, but you go to the nice areas. Look, where I stay at, let me just say this. Where I stay at, it's not nice. It's shitty. You don't want to steal nothing from here. You don't want to steal nothing. This is all this background and shit. It's AI generated. Fucking little punk asses. So when it comes to this bike life, you know what I'm saying? You're a big deal. You mean a lot to a lot of people.
Man,
you know what I'm saying?
People say that, and humbly, man, it's humbling. It is. You know, I've had people say, and again, it's what I've been told. Like, man, it's in that same era. I didn't really want to say, and there's conversation that I've had with people about that. You know, they're like, hey, like, I mean, I go to Walmart and stuff, and not trying to say like I'm somebody or something, but there's a lot of little homies, bro, that like I've reached out and I've talked to them, you know what I'm saying? Because as well too, I was that youngster as well too out here in the streets, and I mentioned before, I grew up in Santa Paula, and I always rode bikes out there as well too. I remember riding my bike probably like 12, 13 years old from Santa Paula out here to Oxnard. I remember cutting through Saticoy, you know what I'm saying? Then it was kind of something we did, you know?
Yeah.
But even now, my longest ride as of right now was from San Diego to Santa Barbara. And we did that for suicide awareness. Yeah, we did it in 3 days. We started in San Diego one year, and then we rode back. We did 107 miles one day, and we're doing it on beach cruisers, BMX bikes. So we're not on the road bikes. I've done that as well, too. You know, check out my Instagram, Papaluna805. But, you know, I've raced as well, too. I've done some pretty critical crit racing. I've done road racing, like sanctioned stuff, you know, where I paid, you know, to get in. I had to pay for my license, like the bibs and the spandex and the helmet. Again, you go through my IG, I've done that, you know, but the last few years, you know, it's been, I got a cruiser bike, you know, riding more with my sons, you know, and a little bit more, you know, community stuff, you know, not that high endurance, you know, stuff, but yeah, you know, I've been doing it for a long time, and you know, I was just telling someone the other day on a ride out here on Monday night, I have friends that, like, I met one guy, and then I took him on a ride and met another homie, and then they all went and like did their own thing, which is cool, like, right? But like they're dogs now, you know what I'm saying? And I know other people that I know at least 4 couples that met on a bike ride. They have kids now.
What?
They never even met each
tight.
other. They went to a bike ride. You know what I'm saying? And the female attendance is a little bit low. You know what I'm saying? Because most females, I don't know, it's just, but it's getting up there. There's a lot of females that are starting to pop willies and stuff like that as well too. You know, and yeah, so it's dope. Yeah, I don't want to start because I'll go all over the road.
This is your
bro.
episode,
yeah, I'll go
dog.
all over the road. I don't want to hijack this, you know.
Hey, this is yours.
Yeah,
this
is yours. This one's yours.
You know what
We're gonna go get mine. You know what I'm saying?
oh yeah, you know. Well, that's
yeah. We're gonna drop them little.
You
hints,
didn't hear
man.
that. You didn't.
Yeah. No, I'm with it.
Producing?
Yep.
Okay, so
we're gonna do something, man. We are. Like I was saying as well too, man. I appreciate your stuff, man. Again, I've been, you know, showing up to your shows and stuff as well.
Yeah, man, much appreciated.
And I've been going to your shows and stuff, and like I mentioned, you know, I was like, man, like, from what I've seen, you know, you're out there, you know what I mean? You're out trying to make people laugh, do your own thing, you know, build some cool awareness, you know, you're with it, you know, you're out here in the community as well too, you know, and yeah, I like it. You know what I'm saying? And then I found out you did the podcast. I started watching your podcast on YouTube.
Man.
Make sure, you'll see this on YouTube. Make sure you hit his Instagram. I'm going to post it as well, too. So if you follow me and you're watching this because of me, make sure you give him a follow.
Word up. I'm going to follow you back. I'm not that. I'll follow you back.
Yeah.
And I'm going to like everything. I'm not a creep or nothing, but that's what IG's for. You know what I'm saying? Somebody follow, like that shit. Everybody likes to feel appreciated. I appreciate you.
Yep. Yeah, so it's likewise, and you know, like we mentioned, you know, I saw a couple of things, and there's some things that I've been sitting on, probably like before COVID, during COVID. You know, I had some ideas, and you know, I don't want to say it's because of the new year, like I did a little while ago, but man, you got to put one step in front of the other, and I feel like this is my first step. You know, this is my first time doing this podcast thing. I've been wanting to do it. I follow all podcasts.
This your first one?
This is my first my very
boom,
first
we got another one. We got another one. We got another one. Hell yeah.
I don't even want to, well, there's a lot of them. So in my work, I have you know, I'm behind, I watch a lot of podcasts. Even I go home and my son's always like, Dad, why are you just watching these two guys talk? You know, and I watched a lot of podcasts. That's all I watch, you know. And I remember watching like one, like No Jumper. Yeah. Before No Jumper was No Jumper where he's at now. You know what I'm saying? Even before it was him, House Phone, and Crazy Cat. She's a DJ. She does EDC. Those are his very first 2 hosts before he is where he's gone through. I don't know if you follow him, but there's mad drama on there. You know what I'm saying? And it's real life drama. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that shit gets
but
real
I've been watching
podcasts
fast. Since No Jumper was just starting. You know, I don't even think he was with his wife now. That Lena chick, Lena the Plug. I don't even think he was
getting
with
plugged. All right. Yeah, she definitely getting plugged.
Yeah, but you know, so I've been watching podcasts for a long time. I think it's very beneficial. You know, it lets people hear other people's opinion.
Right.
Because you could watch like sports, a lot of TV shows. They're all scripted. You know, and when it comes into this, you're talking to real people. You know, so my son's always like, "Why do you do that?" And it's because it's not scripted. You know, and like I asked you as well too about the live thing or pre-recording. You know, I was like, man, I think I like the live thing, but as I've talked to people where they're saying, hey, you know what, like to get in the game, blank. So I've been doing my homework, you know, I'm going to do a little bit more homework and hopefully I'll graduate soon and take that next step into like a, the next level or something, but.
Man, whatever it is that you need, I got you. The
that.
game's to be sold, not to be told.
Yeah,
well, I'm a shitty businessman, so whatever you need, any type of hardware or whatever, I I got you.
Yep. Yeah, there's gonna be more to come, man, out of this. I feel it. I was nervous coming over here and feel a lot more comfortable now, a little bit more at home.
Look, the only difference between what we already do is this shit.
Yeah. Which, again, I think I first started following you was when I think you were the very first you burnt out, I think you were going to do an open mic.
Yeah.
And that's where I went. I put my name down, but then I think we started doing the improv.
Yeah.
Like the wild and out style type of stuff.
Sir.
You know what I mean? Yeah, that was fun.
If y'all didn't go, y'all missed out. That shit was fucking
Hopefully
bananas.
It will come around again, too. Hopefully we'll bring that right back. I know something, I don't know. I hang out there on that corner a lot. I live there. I live on that corner. You know what I mean? That's my boy. Shout out to the mayor of Chiques, homie Fernie from
Fern Dog. What up, fool?
Yep. Him and
Alex, what's up?
Yep, them as well too. They my opinion as well too. They're very out in the community. You know what I'm saying? They're always doing good stuff.
Always willing to offer their space.
And he's been a very big. He's a good friend of mine. He's one that he's called me. I've called him, and it's just like boom. Not somebody that I would say that, hey, we're gonna barbecue and all that, but it's like somebody, him, his family, his kids, everybody.
Yeah,
word up. And then they've opened those doors. I've again, that's my home right there. Corner pocket, Miramar. Got Jesse's right there. I mean, I grew up in Oxnard. I spent 21 years in Oxnard, and I've been about over 20 years now here I grew up 20 years in Santa Paula, and I'm over 20 years here in Oxnard. So a lot of people are like, fool, you're a resident now,
yeah, pretty much.
You could put on an Oxnard hat.
That's what they be telling me too now.
I'm like, I'm cool. I'm not putting on an Oxnard hat. I still like, I'm like,
I'm not. I'm sorry, I'm not there yet, y'all. I'm not there yet, but. Shit, ask anybody that's been around. Like, man, fuck that fool. You're from the O. You're from the Ox. You're from
So
Ox
you
City.
didn't grow up here in Oxnard?
No.
No? Oh, wow.
No.
I didn't know that. Where'd you grow up at?
Santa Ana.
In Santa Ana? Oh, that's why you're okay.
Yep, that's where the angel hat comes in. Well, I got the LA hat on, the all money in hat, but y'all shit. Come on, man. Y'all quizzing this BS. You guys know what it is.
Yep.
So I jumped on a fixie not too long ago for the first time.
Yeah.
Whoo, that shit is different. Like, cause like I'm used to, pedaling real fast.
Yeah.
And then you sit back and you relax your feet. I tried to do that shit on the fixie, and I felt like my leg almost broke. I said, "Whoa, hey!" Like that shit just kept on.
It's
going.
kind of like riding one of them big wheels when you were a kid. Yeah, the 3-wheelers where it just pedals and you got to lock it and skid. You got to do that exact same thing. That's the best way I can explain it. But they're fun, man. I remember the very first time I saw a fixed gear. I want to say it was like in 2007, and I only saw it 2007, 2008. I was in Santa Monica, and I seen this guy riding his bike backwards. Yeah. And it just looked cool, like the wheels, and it was just basic, no wires everywhere because there's no brakes, and I tripped out on that. And then I want to say maybe in 2010, I started working. I got a job in Ventura, and I had jumped on Craigslist. This is a story on how I got into bicycling, right? So in about 2010, I jumped on Craigslist, and I bought me this bike for like $20.
Oh shit!
Yeah, a little mountain bike, right? Heavy, heavy bike.
I remember them Huffies, man.
I just took it off someone's hands, Yeah. And my idea was I just wanted to ride to work, right? Or leave a little bit early, I just wanted to ride my bike. And it's not because I had a passion for it like I do now. Like, I want to say bikes are my life now, I mean, there's all of my friends are from bicycle life, if not their family, But so I bought this bike, and I was riding from, at this time I was living off of Hemlock, and I was riding to Ventura, and I would get to work sweaty, tired, and
that
you just
cardio, dog.
Just going up Victoria, I was just like, and I would get there. It was literally Hemlock in Victoria all the way up to like Valentine by Salzer's in Victoria,
Oh, yeah.
5 miles, 6 mile, one road, So I was like, it's simple. I could do it, beat traffic, just chill. But I would show up all sweaty. And then there was a guy named Chuck Ham. He had a couple of bicycle shops early 2010 here in Oxnard. And I walked in, I was asking him like, hey, is there any way you can fix my gears or my tires to make my bike go better? You know, I'm getting there tired, I'm getting there sweaty. And he's like, well, how much mountain biking do you do? And I was like, none. I'm riding this bike from Hueneme to Ventura. And he says, you don't do no mountain biking? And I was like, no. He's like, well, you're riding a mountain bike. And I'm like, all right. Like, I don't know nothing about bikes. So what are you trying to get at, you know? He's like, well, you need a road bike for the road. And I'm like, a road bike? And he's like, yeah. And he's like, all bikes are made. He's like, you need a beach cruiser for the beach, a mountain bike for the mountains, a road bike for the road, you know? A track bike is for the track, you know? And I'm like, all right. So he gave me this, he let me borrow. He's like, look. He's like, and I don't know why, I've always had this thing with people, bro, where I've just been blessed, bro, right? He said, hey, I'm going to hold on to this bike. He's like, I'm going to let you borrow one for a couple of days, you know, and let me know how you like it. So I was like, all right, I rode it home. Man, I got there quick. No, I was like, I got like another 20 minutes to spare. Yeah. This is just going from the bike shop to my house. So that when I rode it to work, got there like 30 minutes earlier, chilling, not even, and I was like, you know, I'm going to go to Starbucks. Rode to Starbucks, had a coffee, rode back to work. And that's when I realized, like, man, like, I can get somewhere quick on a bike, you know? And I went back, and it was one with the thinner tires, little drop bars, you know, and a little bit more slick, something slim, you know? And I was gone, bro. And I want to say ever since then, I met my boy Callan, which is still my friend till today, since early 2010. Shout out Callan, love that dude. You know, he's my brother, you know what I'm saying? He's not only my friend, like, yeah, he's my brother. I got emotional. That's how much I love him. You know
I got a brother named Kellen too.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yep. Hey, and I do. There's a lot of men that are in my life that are my brothers. You know what I mean? That are my family, and that I know I can call. You know what I mean? And most of the rides that I do, and I'll just bounce around, man. Like a lot of the rides that I do, I tell kids that, you know, there's no better feeling than knowing that you have a righteous homie. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that you can call on and they'll be there. You know, and today. The reason why I say that is because today everyone's so quick to jump on there and leave that negative comment or bag on them because of their shoes, just the way they used to. But now it's just a lot brutaler, you know what I mean? Like this kid's bike or his haircut, he's skinny, he's fat, he's tall. Like nobody could ever be perfect, you know what I mean? You get caught sleeping at that time and around the wrong people, you're going to get the bad end of it, you know? So I always try to promote, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not perfect, but just try to like, take that into consideration, because I say some dumb stuff at dumb times as well too, you know, like where I put my foot in my mouth, like damn, like I probably hurt that fool's feelings, you know, like I'm not perfect, but if I could avoid that, a lot of people that know me that I will, you know what I mean? There's a lot of times too where I'm out and I can feel like something's about to kick off, especially, you know, if me and my wife are out, you know, I'll dip. I'm like, oh, this fool's already, you know, I could sense that a mile away, and I'm cool.
The water's starting to boil.
Yep, I'm gone.
Starting to get hot. Hey, we out. Let's go.
Yep.
Why?
Yep. Heck yeah. Yeah. Yep.
Hey,
cool.
We just getting grown. That's all.
Yep. I'd rather be safe than sorry. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Yeah. One thing I would always tell my sons, like, Dad, I'm gonna go ride. You know, it'd be like 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, or even if it was during the day, and I just had to, nope. You know. My kids know, if they ask me something, my answer is always no right off the bat. Like, let me think, and then I'll come back at you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, but with my sons, they would be like, Dad, let me go ride. And I ride bikes with my sons, you know, and I know they're safe. They're crazy as well too, you know, but I would tell them this way, and I share this with my nephew and some of the youngsters that are close with me. They would be like, I'll be careful, Dad. I already know, you know what I mean? Like, I'll be careful.
Yeah,
I'm like, yeah, I know you will, but you can't guarantee me 100% that you'll be safe. It's impossible for you to say 100% that you're going to be safe and you're going to be okay, because you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, right? You might be, but somebody else might not.
But I would tell them, so it's a 50-50 chance. You know, I know you're careful on your bike. I've ridden with you. You know what time it is, you know what I'm saying? And I know you're going to be okay, you know, but you cannot guarantee me 100% that you'll come back or nothing's gonna happen. You know, yeah, I will, Dad. You know, I'm going with so-and-so to try to convince, and sometimes, yeah, go ahead. But I would tell them it's 100% guarantee if you just stay home for tonight or right now, to guarantee you're gonna be safe.
Facts.
Guarantee.
Facts.
So there's times as well too. Most of the time, me and my wife, we do go out. We go out a lot. Me and my wife, we do, man. You know, and we had kids when we were young. I have a 23-year-old, a 21-year-old, a 20-year-old, and a 15-year-old. You know, and I'm 40, about to be 44. So my youngest is in school. My other kids are working, they're doing their thing. I just have one in high school, so I feel like I'm already at 44 retired. So me and my wife, my son, he doesn't want to go with us all the time. I'll stay home, I'll go with my friends. We're on that
Yeah.
now, so we go out, we'll go downtown. We're blessed right here in Oxnard. We have, we don't come to the collection too much. We stay more like downtown, shout out Corner Pocket. But yeah, Thirsty Ox and, the other bars that are around here. But, so I forgot where I was going with that. But yeah, I would tell my kids, you can't guarantee me that to be safe, So yeah, there's times as well too with my wife. I'll be like, you know what? Nah, let's just stay home tonight. We have our own house, we work for this house, like let's enjoy it.
Let's enjoy the house,
Yeah,
man. Yeah, like that's kind of where I'm at. It's like, yeah, I'll go out and kick it and shit like that, but I mean, shoot, y'all can pull up over here.
Yeah.
I don't want to drive home.
I like that. So there's times as well too. We have a couple friends. Handful of them. We'll just grab some drinks. We'll come to the house. They bring their kids over.
Safe and
be safe.
It's warm in here.
Yep. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? There's no line for the bathroom.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. It's cheaper. Yeah.
It's definitely cheaper.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm not saying that like I ball like that, but man, I wanted to like put us up, man. That's our biggest thing. There's times where we go out, I'll run into like a family member and just like start sliding that card. It's like, oh man, we wake up and she's like, yeah, we eating top ramens all week.
Yeah, oops. Hey, we lived it up. Now we got to make it back up.
Yeah.
So one of these days, right? I don't know when, but one of these days, I'm going to build my Schwinn.
Okay.
Everything's going to be twisted. 200 spoke wheels.
Yeah.
Blue everything with a speaker on there.
Mm-hmm.
I just.
Have you seen the cartoon one by Throne? Cartoon, right, from LA, does tattoos. Oh man! All right,
not.
Hey, Estevan, the guy that takes pictures. He's a famous one that did the LA. He took that picture of that girl with her nails like that. Oh man,
that one sounds familiar.
Cartoon. I believe he has tatted on Eminem, Snoop. If there's somebody famous that's been, I believe it was but he has a bike that's by Throne, and the wheel set is a 200 spoke baby Dayton. Yeah,
shit's hard.
Kind of what you're talking about. And there's also a group called Schwingons. Yeah, check them out on Instagram.
Schwingons?
Those are the family members of Chromies. They're shot out of Santa Barbara. Schwingons. So like a chingon in Spanish, like a chingon. So they're called Schwingons, and they have Schwingonas. Shout out to homegirl Norma. Mati, what other Shangonas are there? Dang, I think it's just them two solo. KK Rima, all you guys, out there in Santa Barbara. But the Schwingons, they do a ride. I want to say they're having one this Sunday, so it's the first Sunday of every month. So and then they meet at different cities. So they do a little tour, like this Sunday, the 11th. They'll be meeting right there in Santa Barbara at the Dolphins. They get like 20. So on a bike ride, this is kind of what goes down. They'll drop an address, we'll drop the flyer, like, hey, they'll say meet up, say 12 o'clock, roll out at 1. So that means get there by 12 o'clock, so make sure your bike's good. If you want to have a drink or, lunch or whatever it is, mix and mingle, and then roll outs at 1 o'clock. So normally, like at, say, 12:50, everybody come in. This is how, we're getting back to this old school. Everybody come on in. They'll bring everybody in. Thank you for coming out. People, drive up from Oxnard, Bakersfield, and sometimes it's just locals. This is how all ride-outs pretty much go. And so like at 12:50, everyone come in, thank you. Hey, we're going to probably head here. More than likely, we ride to, as a group, we take over the street. So when you see us out here in Oxnard, hey, just go around us. With me being a bicycle, I'm going to say that I'm going to get back to how the ride-outs get down. Yeah. But me, I live here. I drive, for a living, obviously, and to get around. And I see cyclists. I see these kids with the helmet, the spandex, and I see the kids wheeling, coming at cars and everything. Yeah, we have a responsibility just like somebody in a bicycle does, you know. But don't be so much in a rush, man. They're just being on a bicycle, just trying to either commute, get to one place to another, just trying to get some exercise, trying to get out the house. If you're in a car in a rush, man, just please slow down, go around, give them that little bit of space, because being on ride-outs, we've been ran off the road. Man, we have people that are resting in peace, you know what I'm saying? We have people that their lives will no longer be the same, you know what I'm saying? Because somebody that was just rushing. You know what I'm saying? I've seen, again, a lot of stuff on bicycles. You know what I'm saying? And so slow down. If you can get anything out of this show, slow down. When you see the bicyclist, man, just
my whole thing, I'll
around.
be like, look, if there's like 10 of y'all and there's a bike lane, use that. But if there's 200 of you guys, y'all got the first lane.
And
I'll get in the second and the third
that's the
lane.
law as well, too, you know?
Oh, that's a law?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's a
shit,
law.
I thought I was original.
Yeah, no. The bicyclists do have the right. But again, the way I explain it, because we've had, you know, it's a specific type of Karen that seems to always pull over and want to yell at us, right?
Yep.
And the way I've always just tried to, look, you're in a piece of metal with a seatbelt, you're protected. Like, one little thing, we're like skin to pavement. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
So just take that into consideration.
Word.
You know what I mean? And I understand, sometimes they're in the road, because again, I ride bicycles and I see sometimes the kids, or just even like a grandpa, you know what I mean? Dude, scoot over a little bit more, man. But even me, again, I try to slow down, give them that little, because I know what it's like to be on that other side. You know what I'm saying? So it is, and it's a good thing. Ride a bike. I believe myself, and I'm going to get back to the ride out, how that stuff goes, so hopefully more people pop out. I believe, for me, bicycling is more than just the physical aspect of it. You know, man, there's times I've had the best ideas. You know, I've had, me and my wife beefing or something going on at the house. I just jump on my bike, go for a little cruise or long day at work, and it's just like a decompressing, And I've have talked to other people, and I truly believe that it's more than the physical. I believe it's more than spiritual, it's more than therapeutical. It's just, I can't explain it. But one thing that has happened on rides is, right, when you're mobbing with some homies, one or two, or by yourself, when you're on that bike, there's a natural thing, I think it's like endorphins, that you can get high. Like they say there's a runner's high, when people are running, you get, I ran, and you get into a zone where all of a sudden you get the chills and you're just boom, man, it's bad. It's a natural high, and so we get that when we're on bicycles, you're descending, man. Or you're just cruising with your homie, or you're man, we just rode from Oxnard to Port Wainimi, grab a drink right back. It's beautiful. All you need is a couple hours,
My buddy, a good friend of mine, man, he's one of my closest friends out here. My buddy, Mark Anthony, that's his thing. Yeah. He'll get on his Bianchi. I think he has a Bianchi. Okay. And that shit, you can pick that shit up with a finger, but he'll ride from Santa Paula, he'll ride to Santa Barbara, have a beer, and he'll just ride back. Yep. And me and my buddy Alok, right? We went from Irvine and just ended up in Newport Beach. Okay. I was on the Haro, and he was on I think he was on a mountain bike.
So you ran bikes then?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah. I used to ride from Irvine to Santa Ana every day, cause shout out to AZ Customs, man. I would leave my car with them a lot. Okay. I was in car clubs, showed cars. Yeah. Hey, Miguel, I need Lambo doors on this right now. Yeah. No problem. Julio, come back in a month. Man, that shit would turn into 3 months. And I would just get it back. And by the time the 3 months, I save up. Yeah. And I take my car right back the next week. Hey, Miguel, I need a body kit with some paint. All right, come back in 2 weeks, man. Fucking another 4 months goes by. Yeah. And I was on my Haro, dog, every day. Marvin. Santa Ana to Irvine, Santa Ana to Irvine, wow. Santa Ana to Irvine. And whenever there was more than just me, we're just out. Cruising. For what? Yeah. For what? Who cares for what? Let's just get in the win. That's what we would say. We got in the win on our bike.
So then, what do you got planned this Saturday?
Oh, I don't have a bike.
What do you got planned this Saturday?
This Saturday? I have a show. So
do you? All right. Because there's a big ride out going. I know this is going to come out after probably Saturday. But this Saturday, we're meeting at Corner Pocket. I want to say this. We're going to probably...
I'll clip this shit up for you.
Yeah, hey, I'm pretty sure we're going to have easily 100 plus. 100 plus.
That's one thing that I've always admired. You know what I'm saying? When y'all get organized, y'all get organized. When y'all get together, y'all get together. And this is coming from a dude that has to sell tickets to make a piece of my living. Yeah.
We're gonna change that, bro. I'm telling you. When I met you, I told you that. I was like, did. Yeah, I did watch, and I believe this is the first. Because we planned this a couple times, and yeah.
This shit be fucking happening.
So at the bike ride, I'll get back to that with the Schwingon one, and then the one. Why does this one keep on falling?
I don't know, dog. That one is a little
Is it?
fucking.
That's all right. I thought I'm good. So again, we'll roll out 1250. We'll bring it in. Sometimes there's a birthday. We'll give a birthday shout out.
Hell
Yeah. On mines, I like to give a little shout out for not just people that we've lost on a bicycle, but anybody that has lost something, because I think that's very.
They with us all the time. They're with us all the time.
Yeah,
I live by
so
that.
I stopped to do that because again, when I look along across the crowd of all these youngsters, there's times where man, we may not see that face next time. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I usually give them that shout out, or that time, hey, like look to your left, look to your right. You know what I'm saying? Because that's reality. And I don't want to be like a person, we got to live in fear and none of that, but I want to be aware, you know what I'm saying, that life is in session, you know what I'm saying, and life will come and man, there are highs and lows, you know what I'm saying, some of those lows are low and them highs are high, but yeah, so I'll give that little shout out, let them know, hey, and then we'll roll out to a liquor store or a store, and not everybody on the ride drinks beer and smokes weed, there's a lot of I want to say strong Christian people that are standing in theirs. They want to be a good example, you know.
Word up.
Or there's just a whole different background of people that come out. Those people that are from fourth grade to old people like me. Even there's people older than me. I got homies that I don't want to put up. They're in their 50s. They don't look like it, but
because they cycling. They just be cycling.
So we'll hit a liquor store, and then we'll ride to a park or a cool spot, nice view or just a cool and then we'll have a drink, have some lunch, and then we'll ride out to another spot, and then we might hit one more store and then right back to the end. And hey, thanks everyone coming out. And I tell you, there's times where actually tonight there's a 4130 Subway Series. They're from LA. Follow them, look them up. 4130 Subway Series. If you're looking into if you're out there in the LA area, and they do, man, this bike ride. They're organized. They have a safety crew. And mind you, I'm going to just say it, man. Some of these guys, they LA. I mean, I'm talking about, everybody has tattoos now.
Yeah.
But some of these guys I look at, and I'm like, man, I didn't want to say some of the stuff that goes through my head when I'm talking about some
You don't know what color they are.
some of these people, bro, and I have some homies that have changed their lives, but some of these guys that are there, I'm just like, ooh, I wouldn't want to be left with you in a cell, or
Word.
In an alley, but you see them out there helping the kids, and you know what I'm saying? So it's just that's the stuff that I like seeing, So 4130, they have a safety crew, so they have 4 people, that have a yellow vest
that's sick.
Amongst the big group, because they get up 50, 60 on an average ride right out there in LA, but they still believe in the no rider left behind. So if somebody gets a flat, the whole group just pulls over.
That's real, man. I was about to get into that shit, man.
Yeah. So we recently did that,
ahead.
and my little homie Justin, he took a spill. He was up there popping it up. He just learned how to wheel. He's doing bar spin, and I was watching him. Boom, he was cutting up with one wheel in the air. Mind you, this kid's probably 5'4", 5'5". Yeah, right.
They're kids.
Bro,
yeah.
I saw his front wheel like this, and I could just see the back of his hands like this with his wheel. He was wheeling, right? Just chopping it up like this. He was doing his thing, right?
Shit, yeah.
He was just cutting it up. And all of a sudden, I seen the bike, boom, fall out, right? And it happens most of the time. You'll get up, right?
Yeah.
He got up, shook it up, he rode, but then later on, he's like, hey, my wrist hurts. I think I broke it. And so, man, 4130, shout out them. They pulled over, iced it up, bandaged him up. Throughout the entire ride, somebody was riding with them, and so was I. But it was awesome to see that camaraderie, or just that, you know what I mean? Ride together, stay together. There's a thing that we say, we ride as one. We fly as one, we ride as one. So that's what I'm saying. I'm going to get you out on a ride out, you know what I'm saying? And
I would love to. I got to rent a bike, though.
No.
I got to rent a bike.
Bro, who'd you say you're talking to? I got 4 different bikes. You want one that coasts? You want a fixie? You want a road bike? You want a mountain bike? I got you.
I need a coaster.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I'll take you out, let you go for a little cruise, just to get you out there, you know what I'm saying? And then, we're going to promote it, you know what I'm saying? We're going to promote it, get you out there as well, too, even every once in a while. Right here, I was just telling a little homie right now, before I was telling him I'm coming out here. I shared a couple of my visions with him.
Yeah.
And I was telling him that I feel 805 bike life, it was thriving I mean, you've seen all these kids. I mean, it came out on the news. We had issue with the cops and
what?
You know what I mean? All kinds of stuff. Yeah. I mean, you got to understand that we're taking over all of Oxnard Boulevard. The last ride out we did, we took over the whole boulevard, all, what is it, 3-4 lanes? And I'm talking about, like, at that time we had an easy 100+ kids, right? And adults or whatnot. But I remember once we turned off of, like, by Lowe's and we started coming up the boulevard because somebody else was leading it. And I know the city. And the guys that were leading it were from LA. They just dropped the flyer, hey, we're going to be in Oxnard. And all kinds of people pulled up, right? So they supported Oxnard. And when they led it and I saw them coming up the boulevard, I was like, dude, we're going to hit Vineyard right now. And we literally took over each, like, all the way up. No cars could pass us. Even if they wanted to, they had to stay back there. That there was that many people, you know, and it was dope, you know. So we've had our issues, you know, with PD. But what I was trying to get, there's a, I could feel it boiling, you know. It's about to pop, you know, and get back to where we were because, you know, we lost Pedro, R.I.P. Pedro, LLP forever. We lost him here in the city of Oxnard. He was murdered, you know, and I know he's still going to trial. So the judge, if you see this, Pedro was murdered, man. He was killed, bro. This guy going down Ventura Road right here on Pleasant Valley and Ventura Road, he literally drove through the kids on purpose, bro. And now he's playing cuckoo in jail. But nah, not only did he take Pedro's life, but he hit, I think, 7 other kids, man. And they're never gonna be the same. You know what I'm saying? None of them are. That shit'll
make you want to stop riding.
No, and that did. A lot of kids came again. A lot of these kids I talked to on a personal basis, and I remember I can name them, but I won't. They came to me and they're like, "Hey, pops, I'm giving up my bike." And I'm like, "What?" Like, nah, I watched Pedro die, and I'm like, "Hey, you know what? He would want you to ride more, bro."
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So I understand that, but. And his mom as well too, man. She's a big blessing in my life. But when this had happened, you know, it hit the news, but I believe it brought a lot of people together. So this is when Chromies, Schwingons, the Goonies, ICU, OFC. At that time, there was Los Pistoleros, like the drinkers, and then Pistoleros meaning like guns as well too, because Pisto is a piece, you know. So
Pisto,
and they actually had like a guy, like it was the silhouette of a guy on a bike, and he had
I seen that shit.
Yeah, I got the shirt.
They kind of made it look like a sport logo or something. I seen that.
It was them, and these were all crews that I just mentioned from the 805, right? And then when that happened with Pedro, man, I'm telling you, we locked arms, you know what I'm saying? But I want to say in the last few years, a lot of people put down the bikes, got work. You know, life happens, you know? So that's what I'm saying. I feel it coming back again, you know? And now I feel because of all the stuff that we've gone through, the cops no longer mess with us, you know what I'm saying? There's been a couple of them, which, man, I don't even want to get into that story. OPD, man, they dirty. You know what I mean? They dirty, bro. Straight up, man. Yeah, we can go down that road too, but straight up, that's my opinion. OPD is dirty. There's evidence of it. You know what I'm saying? They've done me dirty. You know what I'm saying? Like, and all I was doing was riding my bike, you know, and you want to try to treat me some type of way? Like, man, you wrong, but it's all right. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I've learned to, like, just, you know, kick back, walk away type of deal. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to try to see tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? And I want to go home, you know.
Word up.
Because when he pulled me over, I was like, all right, we're going to jail today.
I remember those days.
Yeah,
like, you pulled me for nothing?
Yeah, it was a
Let
little
me give you.
cop,
You want
bro.
a reason? You want a reason? Hold on, man. Hey, real quick though, he need a reason. I'll give you one.
Real quick though,
man. One of my students, yo, he went viral, and all he did was just he like rode in a circle. Yeah. He went viral. He's like a heavier set kid. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna mute the mics real quick. Hold on. I'll tell you his name right now. But he went viral for that shit. All he did was get on the bike and he just went in a little circle and then got like, shit, if I'm remembering right, he got like 80,000 views off of that shit. I'm like, damn, he didn't even do it.
My youngest son at one point, I think when they started doing the reels, he has one of his reels that he still had when they first dropped. Man, I want to say it jumped up to like 90,000 views.
Damn.
He had, as a matter of fact, I think he has one that had 120.
Damn.
Hey, no, and that's what I'm saying. Hey, But I've had people as well too. Hey, so we've had sponsors like, hey, let me borrow a couple boys on bikes for music videos and stuff like that, you know. And yeah, there's been a couple. He's had a couple opportunities, you know, but he's just like he don't. That's why I don't post them. A lot of people are like, you know, I take my personal pictures, you know, but my youngest son, he's like, and it's for certain reasons, you know, but yeah, my son's like, nah, Dad, don't post me because a lot of his friends follow me and stuff like that, you know, and yeah, so out of respect for him, I love my son, you know what I'm saying? I don't want him to catch it. Like I said, these streets are cold, bro. You know what I'm saying? These streets are cold, man, and that's one thing that I've learned as a parent, man, is having to see your kid go through some stuff, not the other stuff that you know, but man, as a parent, I guarantee a lot, man, like when you see your son or your daughter like heartbroken or they got beat up or something, trash. Bro, you want that lion to come out, you know what I'm saying?
Trash, yo.
Yeah, it's bad. And it's
10, 14, 16, 18.
Yeah,
those are the ages, and I gotta, man.
A part side of like everyday living. You know what I'm saying? Like when you see them dealing with what they are gonna have to, and again, like we got to part from our kids. You know, I seen something, you know, kind of, but why it's keep your mate close. You know, like, you know, wife, girlfriend, babe, want to keep them close because them kids are gonna grow up and find their wife or their husband, you know, and go off, but you're still gonna be with your wife. That's why it's very important, you know what I'm saying, to like, you still got to keep that nest, you know what I'm saying, because they're gonna leave the nest, go start their own. But you know what I'm saying, so that's something I heard, you know, I was just like, oh, that kind of makes sense, you know. So like, it's me and my wife over my kid. Nah.
Hey, what's the nastiest spill you had on the bike, man?
Oh, believe it or not, again, like I mentioned, getting into riding was with Chuck Ham. So there used to be a spot right here at the center point called Wasted Talent, and that's really what blew up the fixies, I want to say in 2011, 2012, because there was a thing called Wolfpack Hustle, where they would crash the marathon, alley marathon. So we started it in 2012. I was a part of it. I didn't start it. There was a dude named Roadblock. You look up Wolfpack Hustle, it's really what kicked off this fixie era, you know, back in 2011, 2000, where the racing, all city racing type urban stuff. So we would meet at 3 a.m. before the LA marathon. And bro, this is, I want to say, I think they estimated about 2,000, 3,000 people. Damn. I met people from Arizona, Frisco, New York. I was watching people fly just to do this ride. So we would meet at 3 a.m. You know, and then we would roll out at 4 a.m. from right there from Fountain and Sunset. We would ride towards Dodger Stadium, make the loop, and it was a race, bro, because they would block off all the streets. So we would race the LA Marathon course all the way to Santa Monica. So we would ride from Dodger Stadium, and there was only first place men and first place one man out of 2,000 and one woman out of 2,000 would win. It was a doggy dog, bro.
Yeah, they out there.
It was bad. So that's what really kicked it up, you know. And then now there's other stuff. So my boy Playboy is my brother, man. Another one. I love this dude, bro. Like him, his whole family, his kids, you know, his whole family, bro. His brothers, his moms, his sisters, like his aunts. I call them, they're my aunts, like I said, like, and I met him. So this is how really I kicked off in bicycling after I picked up a track bike there at Wasted Talent, and you know, I was riding now back and forth, and I think this is the development of Papa Luna. Actually, I didn't name myself Papa either. My real name's Paul. Hey, what do I call you? Do I call you Papa? A lot of people call me Pops because I'm the oldest one.
Yeah.
But the Papa Luna, my homies named me that, Papa, right? And then the Luna just came in. This is when Instagram first kicked off. So we went on a ride. And we used to do this thing called the Midnight Ride, where we would meet at midnight, every night at midnight at KFC on Channel Islands and Ventura Road. At midnight, at that KFC parking, you could be there at 11:50, 11:55 p.m. It would be all quiet, dark, and then let it come 11:57, 11:59. All of a sudden, there's like 20 people out there in the parking lot. And we would go hit Sea Bridge, go for a minute, and it's beautiful because there's no cars. Now we're not in no one's way, right? And so on one of these rides, we were on Bard, and mind you, I didn't know anybody, bro. I don't even think Instagram was a thing yet, right? I think they had a Photo Bucket and MySpace. I think there's MySpace for sure and Photobook. There was no for sure no Instagram or Facebook, I don't believe. And so anyhow, I'm on Bard and I'm riding, and you know, on this bike I had the drops, the ones that go down, right? So I'm in my drops and we're mobbing, bro. We got to be cruising cool 19, 20 miles an hour, right?
No,
we're moving. We're moving. You know, we're going pretty fast. And I heard anything after 20 miles an hour, you can die on impact after 20 miles. I mean, you can slip and fall, hit your head, you know. But so I'm riding, and I remember it was a homie Little Pop-Tart, because there's two. There's a big Pop-Tart and Little Pop-Tart. And they're my friends now. But at this time, I didn't know who they were. I was just riding, and he had his wheel was all lit up. And I remember looked at his wheel, and I was like, oh, dope. And
5-spoker?
Yeah, and it had all the lights on it.
That's hard.
So I saw it from like right here, and I looked, and then right when like I literally was coming back this way, pothole.
No.
Bro, that pothole ate my whole front wheel. Damn. Boom. Fly over the wheels, turn into Superman, roll, tuck, you know, tumbleweed, all that, you know. I'm like, boom, I took my first spill. My glasses were all somewhere, my bike, and I was like, whoa. And till this day, the homie Little Pop-Tart and my homie Playboy, Ralphie, picked me up. They were the first one. I remember they picked, hey, you good? They didn't even know my name, you know?
Yeah.
And at first I went by Luna, you know, and by Moon, and they picked me up. And till this day, bro, my dogs.
That's what's
till this
up,
day,
man.
bro, my dogs. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's how I met them. And then I was like, oh, and then they were like, not laughing, but like, hey, you good? You know?
Yeah,
like,
I know how it is.
You know, they weren't clowning, but they were laughing.
Yeah,
you know?
like, damn, motherfucker, hey, you straight? Oh, shit, get up, man. They'll dust you all like, damn, you didn't see that shit?
My
you
dogs
good,
till
though?
this day, man. So my dogs till this day, man. This was in 2011, you know? So
That's what's up, man.
You know, years, bro. You know, years, man. And yeah, so that's my gnarliest. That's my personal. I haven't crashed too many times, man.
Dog, my goofy ass has fucked up so many times, dog. I couldn't tell you how many times these shins have tasted metal pedals.
Yeah.
I'm talking like, dog, man. There was one time me and my brother, right? Me and my brother Kellen, we kind of started up our own little biker crew, and we called it two-wheelers. We were in high school.
Yeah.
It was some corny shit. And my baby brother, right? He got a brand new bike. My mom bought him a brand new bike. I'm an older brother. That's my shit.
Yeah.
So I took that shit. We went like on this little side. We went on this little trail on the side of the 405 freeway. Man, we was going. We was out, and I took off on him, and I had looked back to see where he was at. And I was going to the left, man. I smacked that fence and rolled on the ground, and my blood was running down my leg. The left brake broke in half, and I was like, damn, man, this fool just got this bike too. It was like, fuck.
Yeah, so you bought that bike last year, okay? Yeah, that's good.
I miss it. I miss it a lot. It was just sucked, like, cause again, like. The Haro, that was my favorite bike. I went from Huffies to Mongooses to Haros. That Haro was my favorit bike, dog.
Hey, watch. We're going to see if we're going to find it, man. Hey, don't be surprised. Yeah, don't be surprised.
Hey, I hope that, man, 20 years, man, where's my Haro, man?
Hey, I got a gentleman that's in my life, man, and a good friend of mine. His name's Ethan Boyle. Crazy story, bro. And through later on, you're gonna meet him, right? Because he's one that's on my list, right? And man, he's I want to say he's 56. If you want to really check him out, Ethan Boyle on Instagram. It's Ethan.Boyle or Ethan Boyle. Check him out. Give him a follow. Good guy to follow. Good content. But this guy rides old school BMX bikes. He's 50 plus. But healthy, right?
Yeah.
And he knows how to stand on that. He does that like that break dancing with BMXs.
Where they go
on the side.
Yeah.
Bro, he's bad, bro. And he still goes on rideouts with us. We're on the bigger bikes, cruise, and man, he's healthy. He's healthy, man. Yeah. So right now there's a big group of them. They do a thing called See a Set, Do a Set. So on my whole feed, I guarantee every other thing is someone doing some push-ups and then tagging a bunch of people. They've been doing it for about a month now. There's even people complaining about it, like, I'm not doing no more push-ups. Stop
Come on,
posting
man.
it.
Get up on there, man. I'll give you 50 right now.
Yep,
What are we
yep,
doing?
yeah.
You don't get older, you get better.
Yeah. I've been saying I've fallen off, but I've been seeing yours. Going to the beach. I like the. I think you had posted about a week ago or something. But I did see it where you said for some reason you keep on ending up back at the beach.
Yeah, man. I've been on this healing journey. I've been breaking old habits. I'm like a whole new person. Like, I'm still the same me. Don't get it fucked up. I'm still the same me, but there was some toxic traits that I had to let go of. And I'm forcing myself to let go of because it was affecting people that, were super close to me. And I can't do that shit no more. So I made it a point. And every time I feel like I'm going to fall back into those old habits, I just pray real quick though. Just pray, even if it's just give me the strength to turn around and walk away. That's all I need. Boom. And I'm back on my shit.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So
hey, stay strong with that, bro, because I'm telling you, there's people that are watching like me, and it's motivating, bro.
I appreciate that,
it is. And people tell me the same thing as well too. There was a video that just popped up the other day, and of course I did it, and then I deleted it, and then I did it again, and man, bro, I got a lot of I literally got 10 personal messages back, bro, right?
And that shit scared me low-key because, when you go through some things in your life where you're kind of forced to be alone, you really think that you're alone and that nobody cares.
Yeah.
The same thing. I have, hey, yo, you good? This ain't like you. You being all fucking soft and sentimental and what's up with these feelings? You make people laugh. You don't be showing your feelings. Are you good? It's you know what? Yeah, I'm good, man. It was just time for me to grow up in other areas. You know what I'm saying?
And it's a good thing, bro. It is, man. It is. With that, the longest ride that I've done, I don't know if I mentioned, I know I did it before we started, but, was from San Diego. I've done it 2 years in a row now. It was from San Diego to Santa Barbara. And it was for suicide awareness. Another plug, look up suicide awareness ride. There's a lot of suicide awarenesses on Instagram, but suicide awareness ride, they do it in August. And I've had the privilege to do it. The first year, we actually started in Santa Barbara. We left Friday morning at 5 a.m., and then our first mission was from Santa Barbara to Carson. So we rode through, all through the 805, through Venice, Marina del Rey. We ended up in Carson. We did 107 miles, knocked out. We got there maybe 7, 8 o'clock at night. So we rode, about 14 hours in the saddle. And then, and believe it or not, everyone's like, how's your ass?
Yeah, dog. I was about to say.
It doesn't.
Even on a motorcycle, I'll be like,
nah, man. I don't know. Nah, it's beautiful, bro. I've never had that issue. And a lot of my friends that I ride, some of them, they'll put a cream. They have a chaff cream or something. But with me, I've never had that issue. Maybe I've just been blessed with the right saddle. And then shout out Callan. He always kept me right on my bikes, So he's not only like I said, my brother, but he's a bicycle wizard. So there's a mechanic, there's a master, there's a god, a lord, and then there's a wizard, bro, and that's Callan. Callan's a wizard, bro. When it comes to bikes, he works out in Westlake, and if there's anything when it comes to bikes, bro, any type of bike, that dude's, man, he's crazy. He's crazy just naturally, but he knows his shit, bro. Yeah, when it comes to bicycling, bro, he has some certifications through Specialized, which is a big brand. I know he went to some type of training for Specialized. The company he was working for, I believe, flew him out, and paid for him. Yeah, so he has credentials behind it, not just working in a garage.
That's dope, man. Yeah, I remember just taking the chains off of bikes, cleaning them up real good, and just wearing them bitches.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't seen that one yet, bro.
Dude, that's how we used to do it back in the juice, man. If we would just take the chains off.
I got a bracelet, a chrome one. My family got a chrome. My family got me a chrome.
Bike chain bracelet.
Yeah,
man. We was wearing them shits like these, straight up chains, and this is what we would do too, dog. Whenever we would see nice cars, they would have these custom masks. They would do the custom mask air plugs. The little twisters or whatever. Yeah. We'd be taking them shits. We'd have dice on our shit, 8 balls on our shit.
That you're gonna say the emblems, like the Mercedes.
Yeah. We would just take them and we would just put them on our bikes and shit. Hey, which one you get? Which one you get? Hey, if I got a pyramid or I got some dice. Yeah. We'd just put them on our bikes. And we would just get off, man. I remember them days, man. We would like every other Christmas, right? Because, you know, bikes last a long time,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it was always who had the harder bike, what color did you get? You know what I'm saying? I had the gunmetal. It was like a gunmetal chameleon gray. It'll turn light gray, dark, like a gunmetal gray, and then at night, that shit was just blacked out. That shit was crazy.
That was your Haro, the one you
This was the
missing?
Haro, yeah, my fucking favorite bike, man. My favorite bike, man.
That's the one that got jacked, though.
That's the one that got jacked. That was my first bike that had the what is it called? I think it was called a gyro, to where you can just it had both brakes on it.
Yeah.
But you can spin it, and it would never get tangled.
Yeah.
That was the first bike that I
That's
had
just
like
bad.
that.
I never understood that.
Me either.
Yeah.
Like I would just sit there in my room and I would just twist it. Like, how the fuck does this shit work? And it would like click. And like, yeah, dog. Like my little homies, like whoever had a bike and they needed to fix it, they would just bring it to me, and I would fix it, because like when it came to putting the chain on, I was the master at that shit, because I couldn't tell you how many times where I would get up to pedal faster, clink, and then fuck, the chain was popping off, and it's like, damn. And
So when you were doing yours, did you have the master link, or were you actually popping the pin?
no, I was popping the damn pin.
Yeah, so you know about that. Yeah. Oh, you didn't have the little tool?
No,
hammer?
No, dude, we would get a fucking a Phillips. We would get a Phillips with the point on it.
Hey, you old
And we get and just
school.
pop that shit and just make it work
any
like
little
that.
Any little youngster out here, man.
Man, I'm telling
now they have a chain breaker. You've seen that though, right?
Yeah, my dumb ass don't know how to use it.
Yeah,
like
now they have the little chain breaker, but yeah, that's some old school stuff right
man,
there, boy.
I'm talking about, dude. Like we would ride so hard, like because I wouldn't know. Like the problem was, like I would pull the back wheel, I would pull it, I would put the chain on the big sprocket, and then I would fucking put my foot and I pull that fucking tire back as far as I can to get the chain as tight as I can. And when I finally got it, I would go ride, and my shit would be on cricket. So I'd be fucking up the sprocket, and it would always fall off. And but man, once I got that shit down and mastered it, dude, I put the pegs on and I fucking bolted the shit out of those things just so that back tire would not move.
So I'm gonna let you try a couple bikes.
All right.
See which one we're gonna try to get you, because the Haros are cool, a little bit like 20 inches, 26, 24s, you know. But now they have these, you know, I don't know if you've seen them or recognize them, like giant BMX bikes by like Throne, SC. I ride a Crew. But there's a lot of bikes that they're like giant BMX bikes for like adults. But these kids,
I have seen them, and it threw me off, because I was like, I don't know if that shit looks cool or not. That shit's kind of hard, but is it? Like, it was just...
Look at that cartoon one. Watch. I'll send you a picture. I'll send you watch. Once you see that cartoon, when you see them rims, a lot of people are like, but they bad. If you have that, and then Modelo made a bike too. The alcohol beverage.
Modelo got a bike? What?
They're actually giving one away right now. Yep.
I'm out of touch with it, but man, when them memories kick in, in.
Yeah,
Like,
that's good.
I used to just borrow mountain bikes just so I can get to school, and I put that, like, I would start off on the low gear and then kick that shit in the high gear.
And boom, moving.
Like, I like this shit.
Feeling
This
good
shit's
on
fucking
cutting through
cool.
traffic. Yeah.
This shit is cool.
You flying.
Wind is in my, like,
You flying, bro.
Like, what?
That's why I tell people I feel like I'm on a roller coaster, like at Magic Mountain, where I get to control it. You know, at Magic Mountain, you get on there, you get off real quick. You know, this one, man, I'm gone, man. I'm gone. Even if it's on a flat or even cutting through some apartments or something, like, I enjoy it, man. I'm telling you, just like, I just feel free. I feel like a bird, you know. I feel like I'm just outside, you know. Like,
there's riding through the city, like there's just going through the city, and that's what you do in cars.
Yeah.
But when you're on a motorcycle or a bike, you're riding in it. Yeah. Like you get to see shit that you didn't see before. You know, you're in a car, you're doing 50, 60 miles an hour. You're just passing shit. You're getting to where you need to go. But when you're on a motorcycle or when you're on a bike, you're just like, damn, there was a Popeye's chicken here the whole time?
Pull in it real quick, huh?
Like, like, hold on, man. I didn't, man.
Sit down with your bike all cool.
Man.
You have no idea how many times, too, we pull up, like, even right here to the liquor store, or we pull up into, like, somewhere, and they see us pull up on the bike, they're like, oh, I'm telling you. And so there's a lot of people that are coming back that remember them memories when they were a kid and stuff like that. That's what I'm saying. So it's not just a bunch of kids, you know, like my son comes to my rides and he's like, Dad, I'm literally the youngest kid here. Like the 4130 we just did last Tuesday. And he's like, Dad, I'm the youngest kid here. Nobody's going to be wheeling, blah, 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 right? And it is a bunch of older folks, right?
Yeah.
And then I go to some other rides. oh man, I could put 4 kids in a row and I'm older than all of them might put together, you know? So there's a big variety of people that are coming back, you know, of those memories, you know? And again, there's people that when we pull up, they're like, oh my God, like I used to ride, I used to do this. And like, you know, I'll tell them, hey, you know what, follow, you know, this page or, you know, so that's another reason why what we were talking about, there's, you know, we're going to work on some stuff, man, you know? It's going to help. It's going to help. You know, I believe it's going to blow. Hey, watch. Man, I believe there's somebody out there as well, too, that might just be, they're going to watch your YouTube page and they're going to be sitting in their house, like, with a gang of money, not knowing what to do. They're like, you know what? I need to bless these people.
I'm about to buy a Schwinn. I'm about to buy a lowrider bike. I'm going to get a tricycle and build that shit.
Hey, so the Schwingones that I was mentioning as well, too, that whole crew, they're like the chromies, but they get old Schwinn frames, right? And then the homie Huicho that we're talking about paints them to the original color. They put the what do they call it? The little plate in the front, the shield. I believe they call it the shield, the little Schwinn. So they get the old frames, and then they put some chrome rims on them, some chrome handlebars, but the frames are all candy apple, or, you know, with flakes, and then all the other parts are like, man, there's actually a bike, I want to say it's called Crook Bros.
Crook Bros.
Yeah, I believe it is, and they're out of Santa Barbara, but bro, this guy that's riding his bike out there, I don't know what said, his pedals alone were $1,200.
Yeah, see, I was just about to get in that because I know I'm gonna have to spend at least $1,500.
No, right now. So there's a lot of these bicycles that got smart. No, like these Thrones, you could get them. You get a whole bike complete for a couple $100 now. Yeah, $500-$600. But then if you wanted to start getting into that custom stuff, that's where it's gonna start pinching.
I want my whole shit twisted. You know what I'm saying? Like twisted.
You talk to the Schwingones, bro. They're gonna get you right. Watch.
I need every other spoke blue.
Yeah.
Chrome blue. Man. Holy shit. Like I remember it was some bike that I came up on. It was weird shape. Like it was weird. Like the frame, you know, it's like you have the small triangle and then the large triangle.
Yeah.
So for the small sprocket, it was a small triangle. But from the center, from the seat on, it was one solid piece. And then came like are they called sports on bikes, or is that just motorcycles? But I don't know how, I think I found it or some shit. I ended up got some spray paint, painted it up, and then for the wheels, I would just spin it and stay in one spot and spray. And that's how I knew, like, if somebody took my shit, I was like, nah, fool, that was my own little custom thing. Like, nobody else is doing it like that. It was like, nah, I got that blue stripe right there. That's mine, fool. Like, that's mine. I remember my homie stole my bike on accident, didn't know. And one of my other boys was like, hey, yo.
Found it.
The homie got your shit. I was like, what? What you mean? Like, and I was extra mad because it was my homie. I hit him up. I was like, hey, homie, you got my psych. I'm on the way to your house right now. He was like, and then he was like, hey, my bad, because they would call me Juju back. He was like, my bad, Juju, cuz. I didn't know it was yours. Like, the homie got it, and he just left it at my house. I didn't know it was your psych, cuz, here. And he just gave it back, no questions asked. I was like, damn, at least it was you, because I never thought I was gonna see it again. And then somebody really did take my fucking heart. I used to sleep with that shit, man. If I wasn't on a bike, I was on a skateboard.
Yeah. That's the way it was. Yeah, that's the way it was. I'm still that same way. I mean, I do a lot of stuff now. Again, I kind of feel like I play Fortnite. I play I just play Fortnite. I don't play video games. I play Fortnite. That's the only game I play. I love that. I ride bikes. I play video games. I do a lot of things that, like, a teenager, like 19, 20-year-old, or even younger would probably be doing, you know. But that's why I say I'm retired, man. I'm retired, you know. Like, I'm just enjoying my life, you know what I'm saying, as best as I can. And so I've actually had done that, the stealing. I caught my homie Diego one time. I was coming up 8th Street. And I was on my bike, was going for a cruise, and I saw his car with his bike on the back of it, on the bike rack. And there was a cop right next to him. And I was like, ooh, so I went and I took my bike, like, in the front of a store. And I was sitting right there taking his bike off, and dude, the cop literally asked me, hey, do you need some help? And I'm like, nah, I'm good. I got this. I took his bike off. The cop helped me I grabbed my homie's bike and I tucked around this little corner, right? So I had my bike and his, and I was like, so when he came out of the store where his car, you know, they face forward. So when he came walking out, I kind of saw him. He like walked to his car. He looked up the street, down the street. He walked to the end of the car, and he just dropped an F-bomb. He's like,
yeah, man, his bike, man.
and then the cop got out of the car. He's like, what's wrong? He's like, dude, my, you know, like, I don't know, we could cuss or whatever.
Hell yeah, we can fucking cuss over here.
He's like, fuck. And then the cop gets out, and he's like, what's going on?
What
He's
happened?
Like, somebody stole my fucking, but dude, that cop looked like a fucking idiot, bro.
Oh, shit. Did he fess up to it? I'm like, oh, damn.
No, the cop, I popped out because I didn't want to leave my boy out there that long.
Up, yeah.
So, like, I saw the cop, didn't know what to tell him.
Yeah.
And my boy, dude, and then I come walking, and the bike's like, there it is. And then, like, my boy Diego's like, you fucking he can't. And it's hey, it's another brother of mine, dude, another dude that I love, you know? He comes, gives me a hug. He's like, fuck you, and I love you at the same time.
Exactly.
We still talk about that till today. He's like, dude, that feeling, bro. And there's been a couple. So one thing I've always told the kids, and especially my boys, you know, my sons, if you go up to a liquor store or a store or Starbucks or I don't care where you go in a little Mexican spot to go eat, they don't let you tuck your bike in somewhere in there. Don't eat there. Don't spend your money. You know what I mean? And so that's what I always tell. So there's been times where, like, say if I'm driving in my truck or something, and I see a couple of youngsters, and you know, maybe I catch them across the street tucking into a store, and they leave their bikes outside, I'll snatch them. I'll snatch them real quick. Yeah, I'm telling them, like, look, that's how easy it is. You know what I'm saying? And yeah.
All it takes is a couple cans of spray paint. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Put some different wheels on there. Take the reflectors off. You good?
Oh, we get on them like that too when we out here and driving around and stuff. And if I see a homeless person, I see him he got a throne or a goon or you know, a very fancy, and I know it's not his. And there's on Instagram I saw it, but I actually live it, where they're like, hey, say that's my bike, and watch them run. You know, they drop the bike and run.
Man.
Yeah, I've like I said, we've recovered a lot of bikes out here. You know, social media. You know, me and my son were just talking about it. You know, the good things and the bad. You know, and I had posted, your cell phone will keep those far away close, and those that are close far away. You know, like, so again, we could be. And we're infamous for it, and it bugs me, man, but I'm just as guilty. Like, we go to dinner, you know what I mean? And we're that family. All of us are scrolling, but I'll do my best to try to lead, and, like, I'll put my phone down. I want to enjoy personal times, but the way this generation is, you know what I mean?
They're
like, man, they locked in, man.
Like,
it's scary.
That doom scroll is real. That addiction is real.
Yeah, I'm guilty of it as well, man. It is. But I've learned to take control of it, you know, and I think that's one thing that I learned a while back, like when I had my first kid, and I decided, like, man, I need to change something, you know? So again, I didn't have like the best growing up, you know? Honestly, I mean, I first went to juvenile hall when I was 12 years old, and I stopped going to jail when I was 23, you know? And I'm talking about every year, every month, at least every 60 days, I would do something, you know? But when I had
probation violations.
Yeah, you know, so I did, but I have not been in trouble since 2003.
Hell yeah, man.
2003,
Hell
22
yeah.
years, you know. I haven't and again, I just like pumped my brakes a little bit. I gave myself a chance, and you know, I still kind of messed up here and there, you know, but you got to practice it, you know, and you got to practice not to do those things that are going to get you in. You know,
that's why I be praying.
Yeah, you know, so that's why I
praying.
felt that, you know. So, you know, I just gave myself a chance, man. You know, and I just pumped my brakes a little bit, you know, and had my daughter Deanna, you know, and then boom, and then my wife, you know, we started, you know, and I was like, man, then my daughter Jasmine came, my son Anthony, and then Junior, and so, you know, it's just like now I have something else to
live for,
to do, you know. But again, it's a scary thing, man. It's crazy. I have some boys, man. Again, I have a lot of young. I think I have more friends that are probably like under 25 than I do over. Maybe like a good balance, you know. But I do have a lot more. The older ones don't come around as much is because they have their kids and their family. So the ones that are under 25, no kids, and live probably with moms.
They can kick it.
So they're always coming to the house, and you know, I mean, I'm by myself a lot, and the people are, you're always with somebody, you know, and you know, but like I always have somebody with me. I do, you know, I do. I'm very blessed, you know, and You know, most of the time when I have these youngsters, again, like, I was just telling most of the youngsters that I have like real close to me, and I can name them, bro. I mean, most people say you can't count, 5 solid friends on one hand, and not to, and I doubt this, just to speak openly, I doubt this. I feel like, I sit on that pity party and all that other crazy stuff, but you know what, I'm blessed, So a lot of the youngsters that I have close with me that come over daily, I mean, I have some that are gonna come over tonight at 11:30 when they get out of work. Hey, I'm gonna stop by the house, and it's, man, it's beautiful. But they come over, they know my wife, you know what I mean? They come in, they give her a hug, and hey, they sometimes they bring food, or like some drinks, not just alcohol, but just like, hey, here's some, like, just some drinks, or hey, we stopped at the store, and like, it's beautiful, bro.
That's love.
One thing about the youngsters that I have that are with me, and I was just telling most of them, I shared this with them. The reason why I'm able to kick it with them is because they had a different upbringing. Like, I'm able to like hang out with them as if they are 40 or 30, and it's because they have, I don't like have to like, hey, don't do this and don't do that. Like, they come over, hey, let's go get some food, and they're very mature for their age, and I know it's because of their parents or their big brother. They were raised, or their grandma. Like, somebody whipped their ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, straight up, And so when they come over and they
can
like,
always tell.
Man, and I always like, man, like, just to like throw it out there, like, I don't know. We always leave each other with an "I love you." You know what I'm saying? And it's something that like I try to do as much as I can now. And I don't want to just say it just to like be cliche, or just to say it, like, nah, like
it's really coming from somewhere.
I truly do have a people say I'm a people's person, and I am. I can talk to, I don't care, color, background. That's what kind of helps me in my job too, though.
Yeah,
right?
Same.
I'm kind of like in sales and stuff, so it helps me a lot. But and I don't have any fear, of. I mean, I get nervous, I'm human, but I've spoken in front of 35,000 people before. I've spoken in places, and I've shared my story, of how I changed my life, because some stuff happened, bro. I mean, I have a crazy, like they would say, testimony. I do believe in God and all this. I don't want to go down that road, but God is good. God is, you know what I mean? And to have a faith is good. So, so there's a lot of crazy stuff, So a lot of these youngsters, that I've been with, they're cool. I got a little sidetracked.
Nah, you
did. So.
This is what we do here.
Yeah, like this.
They at the end of the day, they just need somebody to listen to them, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of these kids are fuck ups.
Yep.
We don't have to keep reminding them.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah.
We really like shut the hell up. Like, I was just talking to somebody about the same thing, like, cause they were actually like, I had ran into to like a patient.
Okay.
And they were embarrassed to approach me because I saw them at their lowest. This person was a completely different person from when they were at where they were at. And they were like, oh, I didn't want to come up to you. I was embarrassed. Like, I didn't, like, and my whole thing was like, well, if you know me, this is a judge-free area. And they were just like, well, that's exactly why I came up to you.
Yeah.
And like, you were one of the genuine ones. And I was just like, it touched me because it's like, this person would have full-blown blackouts to where they don't remember what they did, what they said. But I took it as, you remembered me though.
Yeah. Special, bro.
And
special.
It's.
Tell you, when I met you, that's what I picked up on that real quick, man. I was like, you know what? There's something different, Something different. It wasn't just a smile or a good vibe. I was just like, you know what? There's something that, like, a caring spirit.
I'm still trying to figure it out, man, because all I can do is appreciate it. I'm still trying to figure it out. Like, what the fuck? Like, what is it? You know what I mean? And
so do I, bro. I mean, even with my sons, and again, like, I do feel like, it might sound weird, I have a big connection with the moon. Just with my last name being Luna, I have a big connection with the moon, right? And I believe it, just like now, I don't even know, I want to say in the last 5 years, people have been using the word vibe, right? Everyone, the vibe and feeling my vibe and vibe this and vibe and energy.
It's vibe and woke.
Yeah, woke and energy. Oh, the energy, I could feel the energy. A lot of people all of a sudden are, but there's something that I know as a kid, like I can, I've always just felt, I just always have felt. Like there's times where I've actually predicted stuff, and I've talked to people on this, right? And they're like, "Oh yeah," you know, and we went down a little rabbit hole. But ever since I was a kid, man, I've always just had that like conscience and just a feel. Like I could feel things, bro. Like it's weird, and so like mostly with my sons, with my two sons, like we can have full on conversations. And lately, it's been getting crazy with my youngest one, bro. Like I was just thinking that, or like. He'll call, like, dude, it gets scary. And a lot of my close friends were starting to have that, bro, where it's
Blood
like,
calls.
and it scares me, bro. It scares me because it's real. It's real.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So I've been able to call a lot of things as it is, you know, and it helps me, you know. And, you know, I've talked to a lot of, again, like these youngsters. And one thing, like, and not even youngsters, when I have the opportunity to talk to certain people on a certain subject, I always tell them, like, you know, that gut feeling sometimes we have, right? Or energy, vibe, or whatever it is.
Listen to that shit.
Trust it, man.
Listen to it.
Trust it. And I've learned that. I've always had it, like I said, but now it's just more alive, you know? So I've been sharing it with people, you know, like, hey, you may not understand it, but that little gut feeling that you have sometimes, call it a spirit or whatever it is, whatever you want to identify it is, when something just tells you it's okay. Like I said, 100% you're going to be safe, you stay home. You know what I'm saying? And that 50%, something's tying you, you know what I'm saying? So I in the last couple of years, you know, I've just really been listening to that, you know, and not even on like a crazy spiritual, just on me, you know, on myself, to focus on me, because if I'm not good on myself, nobody else, you know what I mean? I know my family loves me, my friends love me, you know, I know I have love, but man, and that's one thing I see with a lot of people, like, you know, they don't have no connection with self. Like, can you enjoy yourself? You can't enjoy yourself. Like, you know, I always hear, I'm bored. Well, you're boring then. You got to depend on somebody or something else to entertain you. Because you can't sit there.
That's
like
exactly
with me,
what it is.
I could sit here, especially in a nice spot like this, I could sit here, bro, and just close my eyes and have the time of my life, bro. I'll laugh, I'll cry. You know what I'm saying? Just sitting here in the quiet. Call me crazy, bro, because I've been in those places before, though. You know, I've been in cells, you know, so I think that's where it kind of helped me. But, you know, and that's what I was saying. My sons have that, you know, they have that where, like, you know, like you could take their phone, their play, you put them in, just sit down, it's all right. We have our imagination, you know, we have our inside, you know, so it's just something I've always had. So I've always tell people that, you know, like, when you feel that, you know, that's something in your gut, man, just trust it, you know. I mean, I'm not saying being judgmental, because that'll save you too, you know. If you know, see something that's not right, then it's all right, you know, to call a book like it is, you know. But at the same time, like I was saying earlier, it's a balance, you know, because I don't want to let that, you gotta, again, it's like a balance, because you gotta sometimes take that step to break that chain, because sometimes something doesn't feel right, but you got to like fix it. So that's what I'm saying. Like when I said earlier at that DJ Quick concert, something didn't feel right, where normally I would have been like, hey, you know what, let's jam. These fools are dogging. But like, I was like, nah, you know what? Let me break this real quick. So it was that little gut feeling, and I still listened to it in a bad situation, but I didn't talk. You know, I approached it, and you know, that's what I'm saying. It's that balance. So there's times where you know you're not supposed to be there, and sometimes it's like, let me test these waters a little bit, you know. So it's that's what I'm trying to get at. Like I told my son, I was like, dude, I've had that my entire life. You got to learn on how to work it, you know. You got to learn on how to use it to your advantage, you know. And I always tell my wife the reason why we're blessed, you know, is because people that know me, dude, like I'll give, bro. I'm always just about a good time, you know. I'm here for a good time, not a long time.
Word. I remember the last time I didn't listen to my gut, and it was the last time I didn't listen to my gut. The whole ride over there was like, you know, you shouldn't be doing this. You know you shouldn't be doing this. You know you being taken advantage of, but you're going to do it anyways. Man, when I walked in that door, my stomach was my soul was damn near pulling me out the door, and I fought it, and I did it anyways, and I felt sick. And I was like, you know what? Next time, there won't be a next time.
Yeah.
And now I'm here.
Yeah.
Now I'm chilling.
For a reason. That's what people tell me too, you know. It's just like, man, like, and it trips me out, dude. It does, you know, like, yeah, just life in general, and especially like, you know, me and my son were just talking about cell phone. The cell phone trips me out alone, right? Like, there's no buttons on it, like,
I know.
it's just weird. I saw it in FaceTime and text messaging. Even he was like, Dad, how was it when, you know, he's like, what if you wanted to talk to somebody and like you were walking down the street? Now you could just FaceTime them, call them, text them, you know, check
They'll
on them.
never
You know?
had to have exact change for the
Yeah,
call
yeah,
1-800
yeah,
collect.
yeah,
I don't know
yeah,
about no
yeah.
1-800 collect,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. You would just say something really quick.
Yep.
I'll be home right now. You have a collect call from, I'm at the movies, come pick me up.
Yep. Yep.
Hang
Y'all
up,
don't
you
know about
Yeah.
them days.
Yeah. You grab a payphone, just call home real quick. I'll be there in 10 minutes and hang up. Yeah.
Had that giant ass phone book hanging off
Yeah.
of it, man. Y'all don't know about them days, man.
Yeah. But it trips me out, you know, is that it, and it's scary, man, especially all this stuff that's going on out there. And I don't know if we were recording yet, you know, but that was another thing that, you know, I was excited about, you know, about coming here, you know, especially about with all this stuff that's going on, you know, this like, it's bad. So that's what I'm saying, you know, that gut feeling, you know what, like, trust it, but, you know, at the same time, like I had mentioned earlier about making sure you have your peoples, you know what I mean? Check on your peoples, and there's nothing better than having somebody there. So hopefully, this is what I had posted. There's no better feeling than having that righteous homie that you can call, right?
Yeah, I remember that. I saw that.
Right? And be that homie, right? Because, like I'm saying, there's no, like I said, I mentioned Callan, Diego, Ralph. Again, I can name a lot of my boys. Like, there's no better feeling than having them. But I hope that it's the other way around as well too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like, be that person. You know what I mean? Don't be that other person type of deal. You know, like, so that's kind of like where I'm at. You know, is I hope I'm that friend as well too. You know, I hope I'm that example. And I know I'm not perfect. You know, but from my track record, you know, again, it's not spotless. You know, but I do have a lot of young men and grown men that are in my life that's, you know, that have said, hey, you know what, bro, if it wasn't for you, and I'm just like, fuck, like, I didn't even do nothing, you know what I mean? I was just being me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And you let me be me, and it's just the way it worked,
It's
you
a
know what I'm
trip.
saying? Yeah, and it's a beautiful thing, man, because, yeah, like, you know, life's in session out there in that world, and it's bad, it's getting worse, man. It's getting, like, you know, with all this fucking ice shit and popo, and, you know, we can go down that rabbit hole, you know, but for me, there's a gentleman that's in my life, you know, it's actually my boss, very smart businessman, and he's a good dad, and he's a awesome person. He's funny, he's cool. I think he just has like a lot on his plate, you know. He has a business and a family, and dude, he's crazy. He's a good time. He's fun, you know. But one time, me and him, I always learn from people, right? What to do or what
Facts.
not to do, right?
Hell yeah.
And so he has a lot of things that evidence in his life of who he is, right? So we're in there talking about, you know, all this crazy stuff of that's going on out here, and it's nasty, it's perverted. I don't care if it's from the files to, you know, to me it's just all nasty, dirty, and crooked,
Word.
right? Straight up, it's just I
just
don't like
not
it, you know.
right.
It's not right, you know, straight up. And so we were talking about all this stuff, you know, and I was like, man, so what do we do? You know, voting, I feels like to me is useless. Yeah, I put your vote in, whatever, you know, but I feel like, oh, write a letter to the city. Like, you know how long that's going to take to change? Like, we need a stop sign here today. Like, not,
Facts.
you know?
Yeah.
So that's where I'm saying that I feel like that stuff's useless. Like, I see people that actually are about it. They go and they put a stop sign up. That's the type of person I am, right? So I asked him, what do we do about those? He said, you know what, Paul? You wake up, you go to work, love yourself, you love your family. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. You know, like, I've talked to other people, and like, not my White House, like the White House, like in wherever it's at in Washington, like, my government is on my block, under my
Word
roof.
up.
You know what I'm saying? Like, with my wife and my kids, and then whoever's on the outside of that. That's my government. That's what I have control of, you know? And not to be controlling, but where I'm able to serve above and below, you know what I mean? Like, be there
Yeah.
for somebody, and then the same way that they are for me, you know? Because again, I know, man, I would not be where I'm at today, right now, in this chair, if it wasn't for my boy picking me up, you giving me the opportunity, you know, my wife being cool, like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's allowed me to be me, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, it's a beautiful thing, you know, it's a beautiful thing to allow somebody to be them, not be judgmental, you know what I'm saying? That has nothing to do with that gut feeling, you know? That's what I like. I like I like talking to people where they just tell me the most craziest story, and I'm just like, cool, and it stays right here.
Yeah, it's
you know what I'm
like,
saying?
yeah,
Hey,
like what, I'm
and then
supposed
I
to
share
look at
mine
you
with
different?
theirs. Yep, and I share mine with theirs. And when you have that with somebody, where you could just tell them the most craziest thought that you've had, and you know damn well it's perverted and nasty, and you get it off your chest, because I feel once you put it out there, it no longer has that power to control you. You know what I'm saying? Or if it be something bad that happened to somebody when they're kids, because I've had those conversations with some people. You know, I've grown men, I've had them. You know, or whatever it may be. You know, where they're able to express that. You know, and then whatever goes through that conversation is just like it's a freedom, you know what I mean, and it's a breakthrough, you know, when you have somebody that you can talk to. And that's what I mean about that, because again, you know, like I tell these kids, man, like they're brutal, man, they are brutal.
Some of these kids is wild,
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
Some of these middle school kids is off the chain.
Oh, middle school, elementary, yeah, it's bad. I mean, yeah, it's part of the part. But I remember one time I was waiting for a friend to get picked up, and I was in the Blue Ghettos, and I was sitting right there in the car on my phone, and I had the back window down a little bit, and there were some kids sitting on the grass right there in the Blue Ghettos, right? Mm-hmm. And I can hear them talking, and they were talking wild there, and I think they were like, for sure between like 10 and 12, and there was like a couple girls and a couple kids. Well, there were a couple boys and a couple girls. They were sitting there, and I can hear them talking, and the cuss words at first were like, dang, like,
Yeah.
little girl.
I
like,
know. It's crazy.
wow, right? I was like, oh my God, just listening. But then they started talking about sexual stuff.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
last week you
crazy.
sucked blank, blank, blank. And I was like,
It's crazy.
and that's when I looked, and they were, and I was like, I wasn't doing that, for a fact. Not just because I wasn't doing that like when I was that age. You know, 10, 11, I was still running around with my cousin playing hide and seek and eating
I was crashing
oranges.
into fences on bikes.
Yeah,
that weren't
doing
mine,
like
you know
that.
what
Like
mean?
I didn't get like sexual active till like I started like 15, 16. Again, I started going to juvenile hall, and I think that's when I first started like talking to homegirls. You know what I mean? Like I started like, all right, cool. You know, girls said, oh, I like you. Like, all right. Like I don't think I had like my real first like kiss or anything till like I was like 14, 15.
Same, yeah.
Yeah, you know. I know I didn't get like
Not at no 10 and 11.
yeah,
like,
no,
hell
they weren't talking about just kissing, a little smooch. No, they were talking about sucking and like,
Yeah, it's
and she straight out.
crazy.
The little girl said, "Well, last week I sucked blank, 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 and you were with." And I was like,
I'm like, where's your mom? Where's your
I was
dad?
and actually we were getting ready to go to man. Yeah, the homie jumped in the car. You good? I'm like, yeah. Turned on the car. I was like, bro. I was like, where your kids? He's like, oh, they're in the house, bro. I was like, why? He's like, why? I was like, I told him what those little girls are talking about, and the little boys, you know. And he's like, hey, that's the Blue Ghettos, bro. Blah blah blah. And like, we took and I tell this dad, remember, man, like, it's a trip, man. What these kids go through, man. Like, and I believe this, like, for us, I'm gonna say for us, because you know, I believe we grew up in a good era, right? And and I'm grateful for the time that I grew up, but we had not necessarily, for me, it wasn't like an actual brother, like, you know, brother, but like my friend's brother, or cause I didn't have a dad. I never grew up with a dad. The real Papa Luna, I never got to meet, but I met the other side of my Luna family. But there's nobody big brothering. That's what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah.
These youngsters.
Yeah.
You know, there's no more like older homies that are like saying, hey, don't do that, and smacking that fool, because now when you smack somebody, they take it as disrespect as rather than that real tough love. Like, I beat your ass because you were out of line.
Yeah.
But now you beat someone's ass. Oh, you're a dick. You're an asshole. And, you know, they go and post about you. You know what I mean? Like, you're the bad guy. Like,
They'll go and post about you.
it's like, man, yeah, it's like, no, dude, I'm fucking doing that because, you know what I mean? You look like an idiot. You know what I mean? And, like, yeah, I care about you. I want you to carry yourself well. Like, my real brother now, I remember there was times he did grab me and take me to go handle some shit, but it was more for some personal stuff for him. Like, it wasn't for discipline. But I did act right because my real brother, I didn't want him to whoop my ass. So
Word.
I didn't have to get my ass whooped by my brother. I know he would. So I just acted right. I didn't talk to till this day, my mom still says that I don't cuss him. Now I do. Now, because we've gone through some things, like my family's a little bit different than some, you know, I guess, I think. But now my mom's heard me cuss, but she still says that now. She's like, she tells my son, because my youngest son, like, it doesn't bother me at all, you know, like, the way he talks, it doesn't. He won't do it. Like, if he was here, he wouldn't cuss in front of you.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't know you. But if we're at home, he's F-bomb this and Yeah. So, but yeah, and then it'll slip in front of my mom, and that's when she brings it up. Your dad doesn't even cuss in front of me. Blank,
Oh,
blank,
that's
blank.
real though, and
Yeah,
he'll. Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yep. Yeah. So she's on him a little bit, but now we kind of get a kick out of it, like he thinks he's all big and bad.
I think I like the little kids that cuss and don't know how to cuss.
Yeah. See, that's exactly.
Like, man, hey, shut the shit up.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
what? What you tell me?
Yeah.
Well, God, fuck it. Like, what? Hold on. First of all, leave God out of it. Go to bed, man. Finish your Cheerios. I tell my kids, until you start paying bills, I don't want to hear you cussing at all.
No.
Don't cuss in front of me. Be respectful.
Yeah.
When you cuss, I pay the bills.
Yeah.
You see that strong signal strength on your phone?
Yeah.
I pay that. You don't.
Yeah.
So watch your damn mouth.
See, hey, my youngest, again, we're spoiling him rotten, man. I know his friends and everyone's gonna watch this, but yeah, my youngest, he's Paul. But he goes by Luna, Little Luna actually, yeah, so he's my baby. I was the baby as well too, so he gets away with a lot. And so his older brother and sisters, like,
Man, they whooping his ass when y'all not at the house.
oh, they aren't. No, they tell me too, Dad. And and you already know, and it is. But truthfully, like, and he can get away with a lot. He's driving. He's
That's dope.
Yeah,
he's driving.
Yeah,
That's
but
dope.
no. So my two oldest daughters, I'll question getting in the car with them, and I'm worried about them driving. Right, and they know this. Like, they drive, and I'm telling them, I'm like, oh my God, they stop, they go, they just don't. But I know my sons get it from riding bikes. I know they get it because they have that able to tell, read traffic,
Yeah.
So my youngest,
They
which
look
is 15,
where they want to be at instead
Yep.
of where they're at. Yeah.
and able to control motion type of deal. My youngest son, I can give him hey, come pick me up right here, and he'll come. I would not even like worry about anything with him. The worst thing I would worry about would be, of course, somebody else doing something.
Course,
but I
yeah.
know he would be, even when he gets in, he's a little fool, my son, my youngest. But when he gets in the car, mere cell phone down, like,
Yeah.
so that's why I know it's in him. So I let him get away with a lot, because even like his grades, they got kind of bad, but I know he just gets bored, and that's why I tell his teachers, I know him, he's me, you
Yeah.
know, like, remember I was saying about the feeling, like, I feel him, I know he's bored, he's 15 right now. I've seen him flip waters during COVID. He grabbed all my waters, and he was walking door to door selling them for $2, and some people were, oh, here's $5, $10. He
Handle
came
that.
back with like $75 and half the waters.
Handle
you know?
that.
Yeah, and Pokemons, bicycle parts, like, again, and not just the money part, but he understands like the barter system. He understands people, the sale, like he knows that, so, and I'm not, again, my oldest kids have work, they go to work, and, they have their life. I'm not a parent that was big on school, even elementary
That's me.
school, high school. Again, even with my oldest daughter, I remember, again, she's 23 now, but I remember her in class, or it might have been my youngest son, one of them, but I told the teacher straight out, I was like, these grades don't define my kid, and even who you say my kid is don't define them, you know what I mean? Like, and I'm sorry, but you're in here with like 30 kids, you're just a babysitter because America made, you know what I mean? Like, they have to go to school or I go to jail,
That's real shit. I can't stand it. That's real shit, though.
And I know my kids, can read and write, and they're smart, and they're beautiful, and, they're full of love and happiness, and they're respectful, the things that this world needs, so they don't need to know what the X root of, when are you going to use, I'm not, I've never have, and I don't know anybody who ever has. I don't even know what a square root is, to be honest, but.
I know one square root. 49 is 7, and I think 9 is 81. I don't know, man. It's not,
So
it's not on the
is
register.
it math and division put together?
Something like that.
That's what that sounded like.
It's like
See,
9.
give me some numbers, I'll figure something
It's
out.
like 9 times 9. Square root of 81 is 9. 4 plus.
Oh, okay.
The square root of 16 is
So that's a
4.
square root?
I believe so.
Oh, damn.
Look, man.
You just taught math if that's real. If not, then we just both.
I know, right? Hey, leave it in the
That
comments
shit
if I'm
sounded
full
good.
of shit or not. If I'm full of shit, leave it in the comments. Look, I'm a comedian. I can handle the roast.
That's what I want to say too. Even sitting here chopping it up with you, there was a few lines that you've just dropped down, and I'm like, in my head as we were talking, I'm like, I literally told myself, that's why he's good at comment. That's why you're good at stand up.
It's
You
the
have
words,
that
man.
natural thing where you could put two things together quick. You do. Yeah, I've heard you drop a few lines in this right now, and I know when I rewatch this, I'm gonna be like, that's what I was talking about.
Just being relatable, man. Just being relatable and double entendres. I don't know. It just happens.
And that's what I'm saying. A lot of people don't have that. You know what I mean? That there was a point in my life where I was doing certain things where I would have to speak to a lot of people.
Yeah,
35,000. And I had a mentor, and he told me that I had the gift of gabbing, or gabbing, or something.
Yeah,
like
the
that.
gift of gab. Yeah.
Yeah. So
In my culture, we just call that having a smooth mouthpiece.
Yeah.
Smooth mouthpiece. Anytime you need to take a break, let me know, man.
No, I'm good. I'm chilling.
Yeah, smooth mouthpiece. You know what I'm saying? But like, I know to get my message across, it's either I can put it to you to where you can understand, or I could just beat your ass.
Oh shit.
Oh nah, hell nah, nope, hell nah. Hold on, get these lights back on. There we go.
Yeah, there we go.
There we go.
Hey, I
Automatic
kinda like
lights
that
in the
little light,
studio.
that little light stuff too.
You
That's
know
what
what
my
I'm
house
saying?
is, bro. My house, like, I like it real like that.
dim.
Candles, you know, like little lights.
Yeah, we got ourselves a mood setter in this bitch.
Yeah. No, people come in, they're like, man, bro, it's all peaceful in here.
It's feng
like,
shui.
that's why I like it. You know, again, I didn't grow up in with a dad. It was just my mom, and then I'm the baby, so like all my brothers and sisters that were older, like are old enough to be my parents. Like my sister is old enough to be my mom.
Yeah.
So like, I grew up kind of like by myself, right? Get away, like, so I grew up on a different part of Santa Paula than like my brothers and my cousins, right? And I feel is because where we grew up at, and they were always doing stuff, right? Like a lot of stuff. I remember, because they grew up from a certain neighborhood there, and
one of them.
they're in Santa Paula, right? But
Yeah.
I remember with me being the youngest one from the cousins and my brother, it was always like, hey, like, get out of here or go away, you know. So I went away, and fortunately, I ended up hanging out with like friends that were like my age, like I was going to school with like my natural boys, but their older cousins and brothers were from a different part of Santa Paula. So I ended up kicking back more with the opposite side of, you know what I mean? But that was still my family. So that's where I was saying earlier, when my brother did grab me, he was like, come here, you got to come talk to my little homies, because we don't want you to get beat up in juvenile hall. So like, you know, like, and they would always say, oh yeah, you know, you could beat them up, but don't stab them or shoot them, you know? So it was like, it was crazy, man. I grew up, you know, but they were still my family, you know, at the end of the day, you know? So, yeah, it was just a trip, you know, growing up, you know. I was the baby. Yeah, I forgot what I was going with that, but yeah, it was a trip.
Hey man, life will teach you some things, man. I'm the oldest. I am the oldest, so I got the other end of it. I was not spoiled. Whenever they messed up, it was my fault.
That was one of your jokes, huh? Right?
I think so. Yeah. That's one of them. Yeah,
being the oldest.
I'm the oldest.
Yeah.
And yeah, man.
I remember that.
Sharing ass whoopings.
Yeah.
What? That's man. But yeah, I was.
Or I think one of them, you were saying that you would get in trouble for like your little brother.
Yeah,
right?
whatever he did,
Yeah.
it was my fault.
Yeah.
Why you let him do it? I didn't. You wasn't watching him. I'm blind. How I'm supposed to watch him?
Yeah.
I'm over here. Pay attention when I'm talking.
Yeah.
I'm blind. How I'm supposed to be paying? Damn, that's messed
It's
up.
the exact same thing with my oldest son and my daughters. So I would get on them for my son not doing stuff, and then, you know, dang well, he probably
And
was
then
getting
we
it.
be
Yep.
trying to explain ourselves, but you talking back? Oh, all right,
Yep.
game time.
Yep.
It's like,
Yep.
damn. So it's like, man, look, if I get my ass beat, you getting your ass beat again.
Yep.
Shit, you getting your ass beat again. Watch when she goes to work or goes to the club. It's cracking. Me and you, I'm give you up, and I'm drinking all your apple juice that she told us not to touch, and you gonna take the rap
My
for it.
youngest though, I guarantee, because I've seen, I for sure can guarantee, because can probably think of a couple of situations that I know of, but I know for a fact, because he knew that, he would do stuff. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He's like, oh yeah, you're gonna hit me? Watch when mom gets.
Okay,
you know?
watch,
Yep.
man. He'll just pull up right next to me and just stop hitting me.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not even. And you can just hear the footstep. Just stop. fuck, man. You ever start, man, as an oldest child? I'm asking y'all, as an oldest child, you ever start crying before that belt even touch you? Because you know you didn't do shit? Man, okay, y'all about to have me trauma bond with the crowd again. I'm about to, man, I got a show January 10th. I'm telling you, I'm about to tear it up again.
Where's that one at?
San Fernando Valley. Shout out to Green Vibrance. Shout out to Avid DMC. I will be seeing y'all soon. But yeah, I was just pretty much saying, like, I can get you to understand by whooping your ass, and that's how I was brought up. So I stray away from that, and I found a way to get you to understand without having to do that.
Yep.
I'll whoop your ass with a proper tone and the right words. Like I will. And they always say, oh, why you always have to put it like that? Like, why they always have to make me feel stupid? I don't know. Maybe because you did something fucking stupid, yo. Like, explain to me what you did. I know you told me what you did, but I want you to explain it to me. Why? I want you to listen to you speak. Well, the teacher told me to put my phone away. I didn't put my phone away, so I cussed the stupid bitch out, and I fucking threw my pencil at her. Okay. Did you hear yourself? Well, the teacher told me to put my phone away and stop right there. What? The teacher told me to put my, and you didn't listen, huh? Fuck, man, why you always have to do this shit? Well, you want me to slap you? Or do you want to slap yourself?
Yeah.
Come on, man. Like, you know what to do. You just chose not to do it because you think you're above the program when you're not. Yeah. You're taking the program. You're learning the program.
Maturity.
How you gonna be above something you don't know about? Yeah. Let me be your cheat code. You always want the answers, right? But then you want to ask me a question and then give me the answer. So then how am I supposed to help you if you know it all?
Yeah. I'm picking up some nuggets right here.
It's real shit. Yeah. It's literal. It is literal. Look at where you're at and look at where I am.
A cheat code, man.
One day, I tell all my kids this. I tell them, one day this is what I was taught. One day you are going to be the captain of your own ship. Now, whoever's on your ship, you're responsible for them and that ship. So if somebody is playing with a tool that you didn't teach them how to use, and they fuck around and drill a hole into that ship,
ooh, man,
boy, you didn't teach them how to use the tool. So how are they supposed to fix what they fucked up using the tool you didn't teach them to use? Now your boat is sinking. Your ship is sinking because you wasn't responsible enough to teach them how to use that
maturity.
Tool.
Yep. Man.
Fuck, Mr. Julius. So what are we going to do next time, yo? What are we going to do? No, for real. What are we going to do next time? I'm going to listen. You going to listen to who? The teacher. Oh, but fuck that bitch. And yeah. It's fuck that bitch, but
still
that bitch took your phone away.
Yep.
That bitch called your mom.
Yep.
Now that bitch told your mom what's going on. Now your mom has to miss work to come pick up your phone because you're not going to get it back. And now you're gonna lose your phone for 2 weeks, and no Wi-Fi, no Fortnite, no PS5 that you just got, and you getting your ass beat
because you couldn't be mature enough to put your phone away.
Because you're bigger than the program.
Yeah,
Man, fool, you don't fucking pay for my phone. You don't fucking pay for your phone either, little bitch. Fuck, Mr. Julius. Fuck, man. Fuck. All right. I let you get 9 fucks off. All right. Remember, we still gotta be respectful. All right. No more cussing. All right. So once I get them to understand, the very next thing that I do, I embrace them. Come here.
Yeah.
I got you, little homie. Yeah. I got you.
That's love. Yeah.
I got you. I was 12, 13, 14. I got you. I didn't get a phone till I was 16, but I understand what you said. It's yours, and nobody should be able to take it away from you. But you got to remember where you're at. You gotta know where you at. You got to know when to act a fool and who to act a fool with.
That balance, yo. Heck yeah. That balance.
And boom, like these kids be fucking, dude, these kids will show up to my house like, hey, like I'll get word, like I'll get a text on my phone like, hey, you know a couple of your students are at the house, right? And I'm like, hell no, they not. They better not be. And I'll peep over the balcony and I'll see them right there and it's like, all right, I got you, dog. Come on. Come in here. Yeah, I found you. I found you on YouTube. Like, how? I don't know. I just Googled you. It's like, dang, man. Like, I'm really it's when you make an impact, you know, when you inspire somebody it can even be somebody older than you. Like, when you inspire somebody like that is, there's no better humbling experience than that to me. Because then, like, everything that I teach patients, everything that I teach my kids that I raise in my house, to my students, to my clients, to anybody that's been in a therapy session with me, when I see them adopt my ways and they don't even realize that they're moving how I taught them how to move.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude, it's surreal. Like,
And do you think it's something that obviously it's something that you learned as well, right? That
man.
Yeah. I heard this thing a long time. I haven't said it in a long time, but a teacher teaches best when a teacher needs to be taught himself.
See, and that's something that I wanted to say earlier.
Yeah,
Just listening to you speak, it's like they'll tell you how much they appreciate you and how much you taught them and how much they look up to you, and it's like, nah, it's going both ways.
They have no idea on how much it's but so, you know, a lot of people ask me, how do I get through these days, right? Like, man, I don't know how you go through what, you know, some stuff that I've gone through. And it's because of the people around me, bro. Straight up, man. I don't know either. But I could say for sure God, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, because and I want to say there's times, me truthfully, there's times as well too, even with like I think we all naturally doubt God, right? His existence. Even
naturally, yes.
Naturally, you know what I mean? I believe wholeheartedly. I've experienced, you know, a lot of stuff in church, you know, through Jesus, you know, but I am very open-minded to other things, you know, from Buddha, Muhammad. I respect and I listen to all, you know.
Yeah, word up. Yeah,
I do, you know, and because nobody's going to change what I feel, you know, but I do, you know, Santa Muerte, you know, like a lot of other stuff. I respect it, you know, and if that's someone's path that they're on, I respect it, you know, and I love it. If I can learn something, but again, I'll learn, you know, and I'm always on like documentaries and stuff like that, you know, but yeah, so I'm very open in that area, but a lot of people say, hey, you know what, like, you know, how do you get through, you know, certain things? And I'm just like, man, through you guys, you know, through like the people around.
Yeah,
so,
man.
So a lot of people say, hey, you know what, like, you've helped me, or hey, like, you know, yeah, nah, you helped me. You know,
yeah,
like,
they just checking up on me. That works. Hey, man, real quick, though, your boy got a baby bladder. I ain't even drink tonight. We going to be right back. I got to pee. And we're back, and I feel way better. All right, so I know we got deep. We're going to get back to the bikes, but, you know, I take pride in, I say it all the time. I take pride in this. I love going off the rails, and I love vulnerability. You guys know what it is with me over here, but you're getting to know Papa Luna, you know what I'm saying? You're hearing his story. Just, if you liked him when it started, you're gonna love him when it ended.
There we go. Yeah.
Or you're gonna love him when this ends.
Yeah.
But shit, I remember, right? Everybody's doing tricks. My brother Kellen, he was the one that did. He had the longest wheelies. I don't know how he did it. He just was pedaling. And this is on a BMX bike. The only thing that I was really able to do was I would just pedal real fast and I'll just stand on the back pegs and just let that shit. And then I learned how to like steer.
Yeah. Comfortable with it?
Yeah, but as far as like, I mean, I would, you know, when I was a kid and my bike was messed up, I'd just take my sister's bike, find some milk crates, find a piece of a broken fence, put the fence on the crates, and
little ramp,
and make a little ramp out that
Those
shit.
Those are good days right there, man.
Those are good. Up her rims.
Hey, but you know, a lot of these youngsters that are out there, I'm proud of them, man. I'm proud of them. You know, I've gone through probably about, I want to say easily since like 2011, 2012, when I first started like riding. After I met Ralph and I had that little crash and stuff. Good?
Yeah. I'm just thinking about your crash. Like,
yeah.
Look, hey, real quick though, man. If you rode a bike and you never had blood running down your shins, you ain't fucking never rode before.
Yeah, and you don't gotta. Well, us as Goonies, as the 805 Goonies, we always say if you're not falling, you're not learning.
There you go.
You know? Yeah, that's what we always say. So when I see somebody say, oh, I took a spill this weekend, I'm like, oh, it's good. You learned? And they're like, yup. And again, and that's where I think kind of going back to the ass whoopings and then falling, that you learned naturally from that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
man.
that's life's biggest fucking lessons, man, are those that hurt. You know?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
So hey, if we could get that out of something, you know what I mean? Hope we drop a lot of nuggets and people learn, and you know, somebody can pick something up from this. Is that, you know? It's like, yeah, you know. So if that's what we say as a goon. If you're not following, you're not learning, you know. But you know, like the milk crate and the little fans. You know, I'm proud of these youngsters, man. They're out there doing their thing, you know, and there is a good camaraderie amongst them. You know, I think it could be a lot more better. You know, they say like one person comes in and these kids are crazy too, man. They're good kids. I love them all, man. Like, I just see like the potential in them, you know, as a little homie, a little fool. Like there's one in particular, you know, and I love him to death, man, as well. I won't put his name out, but I always tell him, like, because yeah, right now he's probably 15. Him and my son have the same birthday in August. I won't say it, but we call him Pito Fu, right? And I always say, like, he's for sure gonna drink Modelos, right? Because he's just like small little Mexicano, like he's cool, right? He's a thug, bro. He's awesome, and I'm like, and I can tell him, I can always picture him with a big Mexican belt. I can always picture him with a big Mexican belt. Yeah, and I was like, you know, you're definitely gonna drink Modelos, fool, and he probably does already, but he's a good little, strong little homie, bro. He's like, again, same age as my son, and I would put him on my team to go up against anybody, anytime, you know, like. Yeah, he's a good thing. But a lot of these kids, man, you know, I'm extremely proud of them. Again, this is probably like since 2011, 12. I'm probably about 5 or 6 generations in, you know, where like I see a kid where he's like now, you know, 20. And what I've seen, most of the time these kids get into, just like us, is because they don't got to depend on somebody to take them to the collection, to take them to their friend's house. So they get a little bike, and now guess what? They could be all over the city, right? But once they turn, this is what I've seen, and again, I'm seeing the next turn coming, and I've seen the next little homies come too, is they get the girlfriend, and then they get the car, and the bike is and like, the bike, you know,
goes
but
away.
There's still a lot of us, again, that have been riding because it's just us. I'll be riding probably until like either my legs don't let me anymore, and I'll probably still figure it out. But I'm for sure gonna ride a bike till, you know, and it's funny because we'll be driving down the street and I'll see an old man like 80, 90 going, and they'll say, "Oh, there goes the Goonies."
Hey, fuck it, dude. What used to trip me out, right? When I stayed in South County, if you know, you know. When I stayed in South County for a bit, there would be like, it was a bunch of older guys, and I mean the one-piece spandex suits, the helmets. I'm talking about geared up, and they'd be in flocks of at least 30, and it's just older white dudes. Yeah, and there was one guy. There was one time I seen one dude. He was solo. You know, we're not thinking of anything. South County is a really nice area, so there was every street had a designated bike lane, and he stayed in that lane. Pass him up, you know what I'm saying? Get to a red light. He comes up to my right. He's out at the same red light. This dude never put his feet on the floor.
Truck stand? Like in place?
In place.
Yeah, truck stand.
He just was balancing. And he was like.
Yeah. At the light?
At the light.
Yeah.
And I'm just like.
It's a track stand.
Yo, how? I'm like, you see this?
Floating, huh?
Like, I had a little sick mind at the time. Like, I wanted to open my door and tip his ass over, but it's like, yo, this motherfucker is impressive. Yeah. And then once it turned green, he started pedaling and turned his wheel and went on about his shit. And I'm like, yo, but this is the thing that fucks me up about the kids today, right? I wore baggy jeans, right? I never went past a size 36 in waist. I never went past a size 36. These kids are literally in size 50 plus. 501 jeans, 50 plus. Yep. And they're riding bikes. Number one, your pants are too damn big. Number two, you're riding a bike in jeans? That's fucking insane. Yeah. And then like I didn't understand. I was like, why they got their pants leg up?
Get caught. Yeah.
I was like, man, with them big ass pants, your whole shit is getting stripped off. Because like whenever I rode, I was always in shorts. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like
That's why I am. I'm usually some shorts. Chilling.
Yeah.
Even when it gets cold too, though, I'll throw on some like Dickies, but I'll still roll up one side. Yeah.
I would have to learn about that shit because like even like let's say I got dressed up, right? Let's say because I started working at like 15, 16, and then whenever I got a check, I would go get fresh, and whenever I got fresh, I wouldn't ride my bike to school because I wanted to keep my shit fresh.
Yeah.
So I mean, I guess like things just started clicking. I was like, these motherfuckers really out here riding in jeans, yo. They not hot. Like, you gotta be hot. You got 2 Pro Clubs on. You got size 54 a jean code jeans on. And yeah, man. It's
So
a different
now,
breed.
besides just the track stand that you saw and the wheelie, man, there's a fish and chips, which they ride their bike forward, they hit a curb, now they ride their bike backwards, and then they spin their bar to lock it, and then they continue pedaling backwards, and they're dragging their front rim.
Yeah.
That's called a fish and chips. And then shout out to the homie Rodrigo. There's 2 of them now, but the OG one, they called him Blue Balls.
Lil Pito and Blue Balls.
Yeah. Little homies, bro. But you know how it goes, you know. Oh, last little toenail, you know.
Yeah.
But
watch out, little bitch.
Yeah. Hey, Rodrigo, he's even on YouTube, he's the only kid that I've seen so far that's able to pop a wheelie riding backwards. So most people bust a wheelie this way. He can fish and chip, pop it up, and he can pedal doing a wheelie backwards,
That's
bro.
hard.
Boom, backwards. And then they do a thing called keel spins, where they ride their bike and then they kind of like fling themselves up and they spin on their back wheel with their front wheel in the air. And they're kind of like, looks like they're like, imagine like popping up a horse, right?
Yeah.
Like a horse, and they're spinning in circles. And I think the most someone's got was like 15 to 20 spins.
Damn, yo.
Yeah, so that one's pretty
and these
impressive.
Are on Bixies?
On big gear, bro.
See, damn, how? Nah.
I'm telling you what, we're gonna get out there soon, bro. After this connection, man, we're gonna get a lot of people on bikes. You guys watching might not even know it, but you guys are gonna be riding a bike soon too. Watch, we're gonna get this going.
Man, my bike gonna be upstairs in the house, man. Ain't no rain, no rust, no nothing. I'm sprinting. Hey, look, dog, I was the king of the WD-40.
Oh, okay.
All right, man.
You need to go to a swing going ride, bro. Chromie ride. You gave him a shout out, Chromies, man. You out there with Los Amigos?
Yeah, it was. Hey, Los Amigos. Hey, Yaquiz over here, man. Shoot, I spoke to him. The Cronies guy. Apologies for forgetting your name, man.
There's Huicho and Hector. Those are the 2 that I know.
Shit.
I think all of them have beards too. But I know Hector is a stocky dude, big beard. But he rides with the Chromies and Schwingons as well too. And he's part of Los Amigos. The thing
He's
right
the
there.
DJ, the older one.
I don't know. I know he's on their podcast, but I don't know if he does the DJing.
Hector be getting me. I remember one time we was at Fiestas, and Hector, he was like, "Oh shit, real quick though, man, we got in everywhere for free."
Oh yeah,
We got
it's
it
like that. You know,
everywhere
Santa
for free.
Barbara's a vibe, and man, I love Santa Barbara. I do, man. You know, just the atmosphere, like how can I say, like the cultura, the culture that's there.
Yeah.
It's just different, bro. Not just because of like State Street, but the way their beaches, all their parks. Everything about Santa Barbara, I just love, dude. And it's weird because I have a lot of friends from Santa Barbara, and all of them love Oxnard. I'm like, dude, we have the collection.
That's it.
And I honestly have been to the collection. I've been to, I can name how many times I've been to Copper Blues, Yard House.
Yeah.
Like, it's not my go-to. It's not. Again, I'm more of a downtown home, you know, like backyard, tall can. Like, I don't like that. I don't know. I just feel like, and I always have, I just feel like when people go to, and again, we go out a lot, but like to like more of like that spot, I just feel like people go to say, I'm here. Oh yeah, what'd you do? I went to the Yard House, or I went to like blank, blank, blank. Like, I don't want to go there just to say like I did it. Type of deal. I want to go somewhere where I'm going to be comfortable, have a good time, have a good laugh, hear some good music, you know, like over there I just feel like everyone's just trying to like fit the shoe, you know, like
They do it for the gram, man.
Yeah, or something, or like
they do
just
it for the gram.
I don't know, it's weird. I can't, you know, like I don't do well in those areas. I get like bored, you know, like again, like a lot of people in my office, you know, I tell them like, oh, like, because they all go to places over the hill, you know, like past Newberry Park, like Westlake. They know all these like fancy places, and like normal, like to them are dive bars. I'm like, nah, dive bar to me is like Thirsty
Right.
Ox or Corner Pocket or
The fucking Q Club.
Q Club. Yeah, you know, like Q Club's cool to me, but yeah, if you know, you know, Q Club is Q Club, you know. But that's another
Yeah, I
place I
know.
like, you know, because it's like a place where I don't feel like. I mean, you can go in there with some flip flops, or you can go in there in some like heels, women wise, or a guy can go in there just, you know, all G'd up, or you can just go in there comfortable,
Yeah.
you know. So that's the kind. But I feel like other places you got to be like dressed, you
Right.
know, like
Right.
man, I ain't gonna for what I want to be comfortable when I go. So the whole reason why I'm going out, I want to relax, you know, not be uptight, you know, like oh, like I don't know, I drink naturally with my pinky up, but not because I want to force it. I don't know.
Hey, me too, man. I had that little thing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It just, hey, oh, hey, listen,
Yeah,
listen.
yeah, yeah. I'm hoping to get back on that. I haven't hit the gym in, man, I want to say before no, like even probably the middle of October, man, and I'm feeling it so bad. I was even sitting when we did that. I was like, bro, if I would have been here sometime last month, no, it was bad. Like I literally couldn't go like this. Look, like I'm good right here. Like you know what I mean? I have a look, but like, man, bro, I'm. It was bad. I was up to like 260.
I am
No,
sore.
260, bro. And then I stopped drinking this time last year. I stopped drinking from January to May. And I started hitting the gym, and I dropped like 60. So I got down to 207.
Damn.
But yeah, so I dropped a good amount of weight. But again, I know I'm putting it on since October, you know, and my writing isn't as aggressive as it is. So it's like, I'll just sit back and have a burrito and a beer, you know. It's like,
Yeah.
so I'll get back to it though. You know, I'll bounce back.
Yeah, I'll bounce back. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah,
It's never, you know, it's never too late till it
yeah,
is. I'm sore, yo.
yeah. Now you've been getting it though, man.
I'm sore.
I'm
Yeah.
telling you, I've been watching your stories,
It's
dude.
been. I
Yeah,
don't even post as much as I
yeah,
actually work out.
yeah,
Like
dude. Yeah.
I started back. What? Actually, I've always
You
been
got
in the
that good
gym.
gene though. That's the good thing about it too.
You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
work out for 2 weeks and just be
Yeah.
caught
Bye.
diesel in here. Like,
Hey,
what
for
the
me
fool?
being there, my wife gets mad though because I'm the same way. So the little weight I put on, give me like a week, I'll shred it quick. You know, because I've already had that muscle reflex, and I already know how to like I could drop it quick. You know, and it's just discipline. You know, the hard part. You know, is
That's
just
the
that.
hard part. Yeah.
It's the hard part is that stopping to say a prayer real quick and turn the other way. You know, turn towards the gym. You know,
Yeah,
like
man.
that's that discipline.
It sounds crazy, but that. Look, that it helps me a
Mm-hmm.
lot. I could just be
Yep.
somewhere and see something that I know I shouldn't, or
Yeah.
like, yo, get me out of here, amen. And I'm already halfway home.
Yep.
Cool.
Yep.
Like,
There's
cool.
this thing that I saved, man, a long time ago. And it's a DJ, and I'm pretty sure I'll remember to send it to you later. But it's a DJ, and I have it saved on like on Instagram. You know how you can save certain things, not just like I don't know, but it's a thing that you used to be able to save, and I have it saved. And he's out there walking his dog, and he's like, man, I was talking with my brother the other day, and he's like, man, I just found the answer to all of life's problems. And he's like, what? How do you find the answer to all of life's problems? And he's like, I did. And he's like, well, what is it? He's like, you're not gonna believe me. And he's like, what is it? He's like, wake up early. He said, what? He said, wake up earlier. Now, what do you mean? He's like, yeah. If you have a financial problem, wake up a little bit earlier. You know, physical problem, wake up a little bit earlier. You know, pray about it. You know, like get that little head step. Well, I'll send it to you because I'm kind of like messing it up, but it was wake up a little bit earlier. You know, and he broke it down in the way from the finances part, the physical aspect, the spiritual aspect. You just got to wake up a little bit earlier, you know, and then give yourself that time, you know, and then I was like, all right, watch, I'm going to find it so you can get it word for word, but it was something in
Man.
that sense. Wake up a little bit earlier, and I might think he might have had said pray, but I'm not too sure about the praying part, you know, because again, I don't like to tell people, oh, go pray, because not too many people have that connection.
Right,
And stuff. I
right.
let
And
people
then
be
you,
where
why
they're
are you
at, you know?
forcing it on?
Yeah,
I'm
nah,
not. I'm just telling you what
And
works
prayer
for
doesn't
me.
have to be like to God or to Jesus. It could be even a prayer to self of
Yeah.
a chant or a speak. And I remember my very first time I ever prayed, and it was like a real one. And I was like, I even cussed. I was like, God, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, dude. I need help. And it was the first time, like, I was like,
Yeah.
whoa, hold on. That was too quick or too soon or too much of a coincidence. And I was like, all right. And I believe the Bible says for us to test God, you know, and I did. Tested God, man, and God came through, and I was like, "Whoa, this is cool," you know. And
it is
give yourself a little break, you know. And like I said, that's what I gave myself a break, you know. And like, I don't have to go out there and do this stuff, you know. I was doing it because I wanted to, you know, because I just had so much like pain, I guess, in me as a kid, and I'm not really like, I don't even know if it was pain, but it was just confusion, you know. Didn't know, you know, left or right, and but you know, another thing that has helped me that I've heard was saying that, like, back to like, you know, if I'm not good to myself, I'm not good to anybody, right? But it was like, it was on Instagram. It was like saying, oh, somebody asked me who I am, or what makes me who I am, and I could break it down as Papaloon. I could say, oh, I'm a husband, I'm a father, I work for a company, so I'm an employee. You know, those. And then they said, yeah, those are things you do. You are that to them, but who are you to you? And I was like, dang. So when I heard that thing on Instagram, it's like, yeah. So that's where it kind of comes back to me. You got to, well, for me, I want to be able to sit in my own chair, look in the mirror, and like be comfortable with self, right? Whatever goes on with anybody else, that's kind of like between me and them, but that doesn't define on who I am. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, they're like, yeah, you know, I'm a father. You know, I'm a husband, I'm an employer, and I forgot what else they broke it in, but they're like, yeah, that's what you are to them, you know, but who are you to you? And then I was like, oh, that's the scary part, bro.
That's the same. Those are along the lines of how my therapy sessions are.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah. You telling me what everybody else see. What you see, though? Damn. What do? Yeah, see? Well, I like ice cream. Well, that's a start.
Yeah.
That's a start, but that's very wise. That's very wise. A lot of us get so wrapped up in trying to please others, and we forget how to please ourselves. Even though we can tell, oh, I'm the shit. Well, you're doing that to impress somebody.
Yeah.
You're not saying that because you believe it. You're just saying what you think everybody else wants to hear. One of the hardest things I ever had to do was look myself in the face after a situation. I sat in the mirror for 5 minutes, and I literally had to just stare at myself.
Start crying?
Almost.
Yeah, I do that a lot.
I might have.
I do that a lot. I cry a lot. I love crying.
I do now.
I do. Hey, even today, I was driving. I was like, man, I know I got something. It was probably like 2:33. I was like, man, what was that? I know I have something. I was like, ooh, the podcast. I was like, yeah. Because I was getting out of work, and I was my normal routine. I was like, wait a minute. I know I turned everything else off because I got some. I was like, ooh. But, man, so I was driving down Harbor, and I like Buddy. You listen to Buddy? You know, Buddy, he had that one song with Nipsey.
Give me. Oh, yeah.
I almost forgot what I was doing.
Yeah,
Buddy, right?
Yeah.
His albums, bro. Dude, man, if you don't know about Buddy, man, that's one of my top artists. But anyhow, I was driving down Harbor, and I was born with this one song. It says "Stuck on Central." I love being in trouble. It's one of his songs. Man, I was just going bar for bar with it, crying, bro, crying. And then I played that other song by Jolly Roll, "Somebody Save Me." Oh man, bro, it's like, yeah. And I was just right there, like crying. I was looking, I was smiling. You know, I was happy. You know,
that's dope.
Joyful tears. You know what I mean? Grateful tears. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. So I don't mind it. You know, I don't mind. I think when people cry, it's like that's real emotion. It'd be a joyful or what, you know, like that natural high. I enjoy that. I enjoy that natural high. You know what I'm saying? Like, I always tell people, yeah, you know, other highs you can get in a can, in a pipe, whatever, you know, but that natural high, yeah, if you could get that thing to come out of you, you learn how to control it, you're gonna have a good life, you know how to make yourself happy, you're gonna have a good life, man, you know, and that's what I see, you know, like that feeling that we were saying earlier. And there's a lot of people, I'm like, man, this fool just needs a hug, you know, he just needs a hug. A lot of people, that's all
and
they
I'll
really
give
need.
it to you. I'll give it to you.
Yep. They just need that fucking hug, you know. So that's where I'm at. So I see a lot of these little homies that are out there, you know, on the bikes, and you know, but again, I mean, my life is bike life, you know. Again, it is, you know. So I see a lot of these little youngsters, and there's no better feeling, you know, than going to a ride. And I was telling my son when I picked him up today from school, and I just asked him, you know, because like I mentioned about the posting, you know, and he shared that with me, and I respect my son, you know. And I was like, hey, Dad, like, how does it feel, like when I go to a ride and I give a shout out and I tell the kids and like, he's like, oh, that's my dad. I was like, does it make you embarrassed? Because I kind of feel like how I would feel because I never met my dad, you know. And again,
Yeah.
I don't want to look dumb because I don't want to embarrass my son. And even sometimes I might do dumb stuff or whatever. But I asked him, you know, I was like, hey, you know, and he's like, nah. I was like, all right, hopefully it makes him proud. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's what I hope. And then
He'll
not
get it
only-
later.
Yeah, not only, yeah. That's why I've had that conversation with him. You know, like, you know, when we've had some sticky situations, I'm like, Dad, you know what, like. Life's in session, and one day, you know, I may not be here, you know, and you're gonna remember. I hope you do, you know, because I never met my dad. I was never in the same room with him. Never heard his. I never met my dad, and till this day, not that it messes me up, but it had a big effect on my life. You know, seeing other people with pops or like, you know, other stuff, you know. But another thing that I've learned to like, hey, that's their life. This is mine. Like,
Right.
don't compare theirs to me. You know what I
Right.
mean? And it's hard. That's what we do on Instagram. We compare ourselves, and you know, but it's all fake anyway. You know what I'm saying? So that's where going back to, hey, be real to yourself. If you got to be real to somebody, at least be real to yourself. You know what I mean? Like, man. But yeah. So I was asking like, hey, you know, how's that? Does it bother you or anything? And he's like, I just asked him today because, you know, like I said, we have this ride out on Saturday. We're gonna meet there at Corner Pocket. It's gonna be fun. We haven't had nothing like that in Oxnard in a few months. You know, we've had crazy weather, but we're gonna be having the homie Mayonnaise. His name's another crazy name.
Shit.
Yeah, shout out to homie
Wedo
Mayonnaise.
couldn't cut it.
Hey, no trip on this. So the homie Mayonnaise, his real name's Mario. It was his birthday the other day, so we're doing a birthday ride out for him because we appreciate him, we love him. He's another homie that amongst the handful of good friends that's a youngster. He just turned, I want to say maybe 19, 20. Maybe, 19 or 20 because I know he can't buy beer. But he's another one as well too that, dude, he's just shown me so much love, like, and, you know, he always say, hey, he'll send me a message, hey, Pops, like, thanks for that ride, that was cool, you know, see you tomorrow, have a good night, right? Just, that's dope to see that coming from a kid, like, oh, shit, like, right back at you, Pops, like, you know what I mean? And then, like, so we're doing, so his real name's Mario. We call him Mayonnaise. His Instagram is Fresh Mayonnaise. Pretty well known. He's bad on a bike too. Crazy kid, wild. He's came around my family because he's one of my boys, so I've invited him to like some of my family functions.
Yeah.
And so like I told some of my family, hey, my boy Mario's gonna pull up, and I would say it was one of Anthony's friends, you know. So I would say, you know, hey, my friend Mayonnaise is gonna pull up, and then Mayonnaise, like, yeah, you'll see why right now when he comes, you know, like. And I was like, you know what? And he's crazy, bro. Like, and he's him, you know what I'm saying? And he doesn't let nobody judge him, you know, like, he's just himself, but he's also known as Seagull. So he has two names, bro. He has Mayonnaise and Seagull. And he's called Seagull because, bro, he could make the most perfect seagull noise. I mean, I think even the seagulls, bro, probably look at him like, what the heck? Yeah. And a lot of people are, hey, do the seagull, or they could just, most people will call, hey, Seagull, right? Because he does the seagull noise, but everyone knows him as Mayonnaise.
Yeah.
And then, but people that know him by like, but nobody, I've never heard, I think I've only heard one person call him by his government name, but it's Mayonnaise or Seagull. But yeah, these kids are crazy. But he's another youngster, obviously under 21, and you know he's a good little homie, man. He comes around, he's appreciated. Again, another one, like, you know, he comes over, he knows all my family, comes in, jumps in the fridge, and you know, like
one of those. Yeah, you gotta love it.
Well, when there's on my block, a couple of, not like the Papa Luna, but a couple of them were like, hey, Jody, like. What do you mean, Jody? They're like, oh, you're always fixing all the bikes, you know, because I'll crack my garage, and then I have the pool table and stuff right there, you know, and so once I crash the garage open, I mean, literally, before coming over here, there was at least like 15 bikes in my driveway, and so when we crack the garage, you know, I'll tell some of them, you know, because, man, you give these kids a little wiggle room, they don't know how to act, they don't, you know, so that's why I get a lot of, for a while, I was getting so many phone calls, bro, from like, even PD, bro, like they try to get at me and said, hey, like, can you tell the kid, like, I talk to them, but one thing that we, like, again, when we give the announcement, I tell these kids, these are our streets, you know what I mean? Like, these are your streets, you know what I mean? You ride as you need to ride, you have fun, you know, but be respectful, you know, because
don't shit where you sleep at.
Yeah, that's my biggest thing. But
Respect your house.
There has been times though, again, like when it was popping, where we would go to a liquor, and I'm pretty sure people have seen it on the internet, where we would go to a liquor store, and I've been there, bro, where they raped the store, bro. Like I've seen kids walk out with the whole rack of like the candy bars and the gum and all that, and with the chips, they pushed that whole rack out the door. The ice cream thing they pushed out. They were throwing like, they raped the store. I'm not using that word lightly because it's a heavy word.
We gotta come on.
No. But we've checked it. We've and again, but again, this kind of goes into the fixies because we make fun of road bikes. So bikes that coast or have gears, we call those bikes broken, right? Because fixed gear, fixie. So we would always say if it's not fixed, it's broken. Right? So if it's not a fixed bike, that bike's broken.
Hey, leave my horror alone.
Yeah. So
I like that.
So again, kind of like in that situation, so now when we go to a store, there's still some kids, bro. Like again, if we're like 50 or 60 deep,
there's gonna be at least
no,
5.
They will literally approach, skeed up, because sometimes I'll stand at the door and I'll say, hey, 3 at a time, because I'll try to especially if it's a mom and pop store, I'm definitely gonna try to respect it, especially because 805 is so small, right?
Yeah.
So there's been times where they come up to the door and they're like, hey, pop, let me in, and they already know me, and they want to go in and grab a couple of things and run out, and I'm just like, nah, just chill, bro. Like, hey, we'll get you right now, and so they learn. And then again, I've had it I guess kind of take one on the chin because now I got to be the adult, whatever, but I do it for respect for them and for the store and then for the bike life, so, but you can't control them. So there was a lot of times where even friends were like, hey, Paul, this happened, the kid was riding, because there's another thing called swerving, where there's a car and they're riding directly into it, and then boom, and it's called swerving. So they put a big frown upon it. Does it happen here? Yeah. Instead of adrenaline, running through these kids, is it dangerous? 1,000%, but it's that adrenaline, and again, do I want the kids to do it? No. Do I understand it? Yes, but at the same time too, I don't know, it's you can't.
Yeah, I'm just at the point where it's like, look, man, I'm not gonna tell you not to do it because you're gonna do it, but I just need you to know it's gonna come with some real shit behind it. So
should have listened, like you were talking to little brother.
Yeah.
Because you didn't listen.
Yep.
So when they do get smacked, it sucks.
Yep.
It's like, hey, it was no one's fault but yourself. Yeah. So, but yeah, these kids are crazy. Yeah. So there's all kinds of crazy tricks. And swerving is one of them. So if you're driving and you see the kid swerving at you, just pump your brakes and he's going to go around you, just like if you're behind him, you're going to go around them type of deal, but man, are they on those? Again, I'm not trying to sugarcoat it, yeah, is it wrong? For sure. They shouldn't be on the other side of the road. It's dangerous. It is 100%, but it's that adrenaline rush, man, that endorphin, once you're riding. I have literally, with my boy DJ, he's an original Goonie here from the 805. Shout out DJ. Hopefully you watch this too. I miss you and I love you, because he moved away. He has kids now. He's a family man, and but he was a fool on the bike. But I remember when that Wolfpack hustle, when we were training to do that race out there, we used to start in Sadikoi. We would take foothill because it was kind of hilly on fixed gear. So we would take foothill nonstop from Sadikoi. We would take foothill all the way to downtown through Main Street and then race back, and it was no stopping. So it was just a straight race, and that's how we prepared ourselves to do good miles with hills at a fast pace. But I remember exactly, we had just dropped down Pole Eye, ran around the avenue, coming through Main Street. This is when Main Street was still open. And I remember I was riding next to DJ, and he was fast, bro. And this has to be in 2013, 2012. It was one of my first experiences of this on a bike. But we're riding, and he has his headphones on, and dude, I'm so just full of chills and what he explained is like the natural dopamine or something. But I had the chills, bro, and I started tearing, bro. I started crying. I just felt so, bro. I could have crashed into a truck, bro, and I would have been smiling, bro. I was so high naturally. I was just riding. I looked at DJ, and he looked at me. And he just smiled because he had years. He's been riding longer than I have.
Yeah.
He used to be a messenger in San Francisco, so on fixed gears and stuff. So again, we're just mobbing up Main Street, coming through the loop, heading back towards Sadikoi. And I'm just like, dude, I literally have the chills, and I'm crying. I'm just so happy. And I'm just trying to go faster and faster and faster. And I look, and he's smiling at me. And I look back, and I'm like, I can't feel my legs. And he just, like, he sees the teardrop. I know he does, and he's just laughing because he knows what I'm feeling. And he's like, you're not supposed to. It was the best experience ever, man, you know, and it was. And you get that natural high, you know. So these kids, they're out there just being kids, you know.
Exactly.
It's like the 18, 19-year-old that is trick-or-treating. Let them trick-or-treat, man, you know, like. Yeah, so, and then, and of course, you're going to get those same older kids bag snatching and, you know, picking on the little, it's just the way.
It's the cycle.
Yeah,
it's the cycle.
Let them, man.
I'm going to have to check you out on Saturday. Let me see, Saturday.
You have your show.
Yeah, I got my show. That's at like, I'm not going to get there till like 8:30.
In the night?
Yeah.
Oh, this is during the day.
Yeah, so but the thing is, I got to shout out to my dog, Willis 1805. We got a single out right now. It's called Hey You. And then we're going to be debuting another single that day.
Who is that? One more time?
Willis 1805.
You just interviewed him?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Hey, the other one I want to say as well, too, that I'm happy to be in this chair was Big Time.
Oh, man, what? Okay, so since you said that, that's what we're going to end. That's what we're going to end the pod to.
And are you going to try to drop this before Saturday?
Yeah, actually, I think you're up next.
No.
I think you're up next.
When do you think this will?
So this one is going to come out next Thursday, but I will make the clip for the event. I will have a clip out either
just like chop it up type of deal?
Right.
All right, so should I do a little quick shout out thing?
Go for it, yeah.
All right, so this Saturday, if you want to find out about bike life, I don't care if you have an older bike, mountain bike, whatever type of bike it is, this Saturday, they're going to meet at 12 p.m. at Corner Pocket here in the city of Oxnard. We're riding for the homie Mayonnaise's birthday. Come prepared, you know, as best as you can. If not, we'll get you right. Bring your bike out. He's going to be out there, so we're going to see him on a bike.
Yeah, you know what? Hold on, man. If I'm going to do my outros, because normally I do my outros with the music, we're going to do this shit right, dog. Yep. We're going to do this shit
Saturday, though. Corner Pocket, 12 o'clock. We roll out at 1 p.m. We'll be back by like 3, 4 o'clock. So just come out. It's going to be beautiful outside. Come get a taste of it. Thank you guys. If I could just say thank you.
I'm going to be recording at 2. Actually, I'm going to hit him up, man. I'm going to hit him up.
Hey, well, even if you just pull up, just say what's up. Kind of catch the vibe real quick.
I definitely going to do that. Okay, wait. He said Big Time Bake. This is my favorite song by this fool right here. Hey.
My son put me on him.
Come on, can't hear
City where them strawberries grow real fine.
Right
White
back.
tees up top and
You know what? Shit.
look, I'm from a city where them strawberries grow real
Ladies and
fine.
gentlemen, this has
White
been
tees
another
up
beautiful
top,
edition of the
501
Real Quick
line.
Dope
Where my
Podcast,
family know
man.
yours and
Papa
your
Luna,
family
you already
know
heard
mine.
what he said.
Real ones
I'm going to be
survive,
out there.
Welcome to the vibe, nigga.
So I got to drop my daughter off at 11, right? I'm going to be back at the house by 11:10. And then, what time you meeting up there? What time y'all going to be
I'll
there?
bring the bike too. If you get one, I'll bring it right there. About 12 o'clock.
12 o'clock?
Until 1. Yeah, so even if you get there close to 1, you're still good.
Okay, because then I got to, okay, I'm going to hit that fool
I
up.
just want you to say you can pull up too, just to catch the vibe.
Yeah, I'm definitely catch the vibe. I got to. So I'm going to pull up. I'm going to be there. Hey, real quick though, it's going to be in the building. We're going to clip this up. It's going to be a beautiful thing. Hey, bike life. You know what I'm saying? Cronies, right? Cronies. Motherfucking Goonies. Yeah, you tell it better than me.
Yeah, shout out to everybody in the 805 Bike Life. As well, too, you're going to see a lot more of it. There's something in the works that's going to actually happen more than this. Stay tuned, man. Make sure I tagged him as well, too, on his YouTube and his Instagram. It's going to be a lot of, and as well, too, we're looking for some sponsors. So if you want sponsors, you know, hopefully we're going to get it, where we're going to throw your little emblem, your little icon right here on the screen and stuff as well, too. We're going to implement that and get you guys out there as well, too, because, man, the world is big enough. You know what I'm saying? The world is big enough.
Everybody eats beef.
Yep. That's what we're going to look for. We're going to do something, you know. So 805 Bike Life, you know, is going to come alive, I think, 2026. You know, not just because it's a new year, but yeah, let's get it, man. I'm excited for it. Let's get that discipline. Let's make that change. Let's be that person. You know what I'm saying? I just want to say too, thank you for this opportunity, bro. This is my first one.
Dog.
You know,
first podcast.
I loved it, bro. I had fun. I felt great. You know, this was something totally different than I've done. I've done a lot of crazy stuff in my life, and this is just another one that I don't even know how I ended up here, but I'm just grateful for it, man. So just thank you for that opportunity to share my story, my experience, my strength, and my hopes, you know. And Heck yeah, man. Hit me up, Papa Luna 805 if you ever need anybody to talk to. Remember, you matter.
Facts.
You matter, you matter, you matter. You are enough.
Facts.
Don't ever let anybody put you down, man. No matter what, because trust me, I go through the same thing. I hear those voices trying to, put you in that hole, but don't listen to them, man, That gut feeling, you know what I'm saying? You are somebody, you do matter, and if not, hit me up, Papa Luna 805.
Facts, man. Hey, and on that beautiful note right there, man, this has been another beautiful addition to the Realquicctho Podcast, man. Papa Luna, you are appreciated, you are loved, and you got my support. Yak Quiz over here, man. No sunsets over here. We always shining. Oh, yeah. And I'm going to implement this, too, because it's brand new. Make sure you keep God first and in everything you do. No sunsets over here. We always shining, and you can't fall if you don't trip.
Yes, sir.
Peace.
Shit like
To the 5.
just might. Every day of the week. Behind your back. All talk. In your face. Not a peep. Niggas weak. No cap. Is they sleep? Kinda sheep. Hold on. I think it's time to wake 'em up.